What's up, everybody? Yes, pretty cool drone stuff, man. Pretty cool drone stuff. Really excited about what I'm doing with the drones, man. So cool. I actually picked up a new drone too. I think I showed it in one of the lives earlier. It's the DJI Avata 2. Really small. What I got it out there? Really small, freaking what do you call it? FPV drone. I don't like the footage as much, but as far as flying it around, it's really fun to fly because you wear the goggles and stuff. But man, this has been just really cool kind of experiment with. So yeah, a lot more drone stuff coming. I had my first night flight last night. I got the drone up at night. Like pretty cool actually. I was surprised how the footage turned out. So yeah, man. Yes. Make sure the microphone's on and all that. So yes, good. Yeah, I thought I'd do an impromptu live. I'm here in Leyte doing my Leyte apartment. So yeah, I thought we'd check it out, try a live out, and see how test out the internet connection. I also wanted to try to live stream to let's see here, live stream to TikTok, as I'm doing a lot more on that platform now too. So a couple really successful videos out there. So yeah, man. So getting up here, it is 6:44. It is October 8th, and it is 80 degrees. So here we are. Here we are, live from Balampan Leyte. A little bit of a rainy day. Low, not a low pressure system, but some little bit of rainy past couple days here. Not bad. Not like all day rain, but definitely had some rain here. So getting ready to head back to Cebu I think in the next couple of days, I should be back in Cebu City because I'm getting ready to head out to Bacolod for the Mascara Festival, which, man, this coming up, there's a lot coming up in the next, hold on, let's bring up the map. Let's see here. 1 second. I didn't have that set up, so let's get that set up. Screen share, Google, share, and then we'll bring up the map. There's a lot coming up in the future for, let's see, am I sharing that? Yes. Yeah, so here in Leyte, right? Check it out. Check it out. Dude, man, I'm telling you guys, I really love this area of Leyte. Just so cool. Love it, love it, love it. This whole coast, man, this western coast, you've got just beautiful sunsets. You got just a gorgeous scene, big mountains. Love it. Huge fan. Can't wait to explore. But so what we got coming on is I'll be heading back to Cebu in the next couple of days. Really, I feel I'll be heading back there, and then during in the couple of weeks, I'm heading over to the Mascara Festival, which is here in Bacolod. So I'll be doing a quick trip. Not whatever. It's an hour and a half or so over to Toledo, and then a ferry over to San Carlos, and then a couple-hour ride over to Bacolod. And then I'll be there for not quite a week, and then head south to Dumaguete and spend a couple days down there. And then that'll kick off a whole northern trip of Mindanao. So, man, just really, really stoked about that. And then eventually coming back up in Leyte back to the apartment. So, yeah, a lot of trips coming up, a lot of travel in the works. So really excited about kind of getting all that going in the next, like I said, the next couple of weeks. So just kind of getting back to Cebu, just getting settled and situated. So yes, that's what we got going on. Yes, crispy cute. I don't know about that, dude. What's going on? Where are you at? Are you in Mindanao? What's going on with you? Are you down south down there? Like I said, I'll be that way at some point, probably, late. So the Mascara Festival ends October 28th. It's that Sunday, and I think I'm supposed to still be in Bacolod on that Monday, and then I'll probably head out on that Tuesday and head down to Davao, but then, or not Davao, Dumaguete, and then really spend a couple times. I don't need a lot of time in Dumaguete, just a couple days, a day or so, whatever, and then head down to Mindanao. So yeah, let me know where you're at, man. It'd be good to catch up. Yes, what's up, Larry? How's it going? Mayong buntag, mga umaga, mayong aga, as they say in Iloilo. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on where you're at. Yes, right? You like that, dude? You like that Love Boat theme song, man? I was hearing that. I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah, I have a subscription to what do you call that, epidemic sound or whatever, for just kind of, the built-in stuff in the video editing software is really, it's not that good. Although they just recently did a bunch of upgrades to it, so maybe it's good. I need to try it out again. So I opted to do licensed epidemic sound and try to get some music. But I mean, it's really hard trying to find music in there, especially to fit with the video. But yeah, that was some pretty Love Boat 1970s theme song there. Can those drones follow you on the bike? Yeah, I think they can. I haven't really tried much of the tracking. I've done a little bit, so I'm really, I'm just gonna say, gosh, when Chris and I, shout out to you, Chris. Hope everything's good back in the United States. But when Chris and I were over in Billy Ron and we traveled around there, it was really kind of the first time I got the drone out and flew a lot. I mean, I flew more in the past couple of that 3 days, and I think I had the whole time. So the drone is really becoming a big part of my toolkit and learning it more and more. So I'm excited about that. It does have the capability of doing some tracking. I have the other drone that I have. Oh, here it is. It does have active tracking built into it. I have the DJI Mini 3 Pro. So yes, it does have active tracking built in. A little bit smaller drone, but a lot more stable, a lot more cinematic type of footage. So yes, I'll start looking at this. So in my research in that, the active tracking, it's really not as good as you would want. They have a lot of talk about how it'll run into objects, lines, trees, and stuff like that as it's tracking you. So I've been hesitant. There have been some instances where I'm like, man, it would be really cool to kind of get us shoot this scene as I'm riding up. So in the works for sure. There's rumors that DJI is coming out with a 5. And if that's the case, I'll be looking to do that, where hopefully they have a little more active tracking enabled in that. So yeah, potentially it can follow me on the bike. But I'm really just kind of, and also too, with the tank bag, I might be able to use that with the drone, the controller there, to kind of track me with that. Yes, the 70s music. Crazy. Yes. Yeah, I got the first night flight up last night. I disconnected that drive where I can maybe pull out the footage, but you know what? I think I could grab it here. 1 second. Let's see here. Disconnect this. Don't have enough USB ports. Let's see here. Yeah, I think I can get that up and running here. Let's take a look. Video file. 1 second. And yeah, I think the first shot was the better one. Here, copy that over. And then remove from studio, present, video file. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, so I took this last night. I was actually really surprised. Now, this StreamYard is capping me out. It's not doing 4K, so it's not going to look as good through StreamYard as it would. This is 4K footage, so it's not going to show that. It's just showing 1080p, which still isn't bad, but it's not as good quality as if I would, if you just had the file. But I was really actually surprised by the quality of the footage, and it's relatively easy to fly. These mini Mavic Pro drones are really easy to fly. The FPV drone that I have, the Avata drone, is a little more of advanced type of flying. But the Mini 3 and the Mini 4 and the soon to be released supposedly Mini 5, they are super easy to fly and they're fun. I actually really enjoy flying them around, and I'm excited to try this drone with the goggles on. And I think that would be just a great experience too. So yeah, I'm kind of a geek like that. I like that kind of stuff. Alex Cebu, how's it going, Alex? Football is good in Cebu. Yeah, we should be back there in the next couple of days. I saw something posted, that crazy story about David Bond. Is he really wanted in Brazil? Yeah, if you're part of the community group, there was some article. We accidentally removed it. I didn't necessarily want it removed, but but yeah, I didn't have a chance to read it because it was in a different language. But I don't know what's going on. I know David's had some stuff. I've met with David on a bunch of occasions, and he shared a little bit of his troubles and stuff like that, right? And so he's had some things that are going on, and which honestly is kind of one of the concerns about doing YouTube, is you have kind of people who start to stalk you and that kind of thing. And some of it is his content and a little bit of the wild content that he puts out, which is another thing to consider, right? But I don't know. I haven't talked to David in I don't even know, a good month or so. So I'm not sure what he's up to. I think Mary Rose and Jess, so David's girlfriend, Jess, sweet girl. They chat quite a bit, and I was asking how they're doing, and she says they're doing fine, but I don't know. But it is, Larry, it is one of the kind of the things you got to watch out for when you've got when you're putting yourself on freaking stage like YouTube, even if it's just silly stuff like flying drones around, you're a target, man. You're a target, and so and like him though, he's doing a little bit different stuff, so it's not similar. But yeah, I don't know anything about his situation, what he's got going on in Brazil, but I do know, he's not there anymore. Or I guess, yeah. I mean, like I said, I haven't seen him in a while, but yeah, I do hope he's okay. Yeah, I do hope he's all right. I thought I saw Telly Savalas on TikTok the other day. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I've reached out to TikTok. I've expanded my, I've got all this footage. I've got all these clips and stuff. It's silly just not to branch out to other platforms and try to broaden my horizons, my exposure, and really just try to grow something here. And so that's kind of what's up to. And TikTok's been fun. You put out this content, you make these videos and stuff, and it's not so much about money and making money, but it is fun to get views, right? So when I put a video out on TikTok and it gets like whatever 50,000 views, I'm like, yeah, that's just kind of, it's exciting. So I branched out to TikTok and really having a good time with that out there. And one of the things that Mary Rose was talking about too with TikTok is just talking with her, she bought this dress. She bought a couple of other things from there. I asked her, so where you bought it? She went, I bought it from TikTok. So, it gets you thinking, all right, what are people doing? What are people selling? That kind of deal. So, I branched out there a little bit just to kind of see what happens. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, good times. I'm still in Davao. Okay, yeah, might be in Butuan soon. All right, nice, man. Yeah, nice. I don't think I'll make it down to Davao City on this trip. But who knows? I don't really have a schedule or anything like that. But the plan now is just to kind of ride up that northern coast. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see for sure. Yeah, just right up through this northern coast. I don't think I'll get down there, but we'll take a look. We will see. No real schedule. Spent last month in the Philippines. Stayed in Mactan for a few days and took Grab to the mall. Some really rough neighborhoods during the ride. Yes. Cebu is, in the Philippines in general, people I don't think necessarily have the best of pictures what it's like here. That's why when you're doing a scouting trip and stuff like that, come check it out. See for yourself what it is. It's, when you get out of these bubbles, sorry, things are falling around here. When you get out of these bubbles, it's a different experience. It really is. So just be mindful of that. In the bubbles like IT park, business park, stuff, it can be a little bit of a different situation than when you're used to. Nobody ever has enough USB ports. Yeah, right. And when I forgot the actual power supply, so I'm having to use one of the USB-C ports to power it. So that was kind of one thing too. And then the microphone takes one, and yeah, move stuff around. I've been watching a lot of drone footage lately, if you know what I mean. Been watching a lot of drone footage. It's been fun, man. I've been kicking with the drone a lot. I've been really enjoying flying it. Yeah, I want to experiment more with the Avata, just with the goggles on. It's a good time. It's fun to fly. The battery life isn't really that good. It's only like 10 minutes or so, but whatever. Do I have any stalkers or enemies yet? I would say yes. I would say yes to that. I've actually had to remove people from my community group and tell them, look, you can't, you're not welcomed here anymore. We had a guy show up here in Leyte and stalk one of Mary Rose's friends. So we've had that. We just had guys that just aren't a good fit, for the community or whatever. I mean, I moved out here to the Philippines by myself. I didn't know a soul. I didn't move out here with, 20 friends and stuff like that. So I really don't mind my own company. I'm one of these guys that, yes, I like community, I like people, I like friends and stuff like that. But I'm very much okay by myself. I very much know that, I'm the source of my own happiness, that kind of deal. And sometimes other folks, outside elements and stuff, especially if they're not aligned in that way where, they're about creating chaos and drama and all that kind of stuff. I really just kind of distance myself from that. So in that distancing, sometimes people just don't understand or they can't fathom, what's going on. So yeah, I mean, we've had some run-ins with people who, whatever, right? They just either want more than what we can give, Mary Rose and I, or, we're just not aligned where it's just best to do different things. So yeah, I mean, but it's not bad. I would say though, over the past several months, there's been more of that type of interaction than the previous year. So I've been doing this year and a half, almost 2 years, maybe not quite 2 years, year and a half. So that first year, there wasn't hardly any of that kind of stuff. I had like one guy. Now this last several months now, I've had several that I've been like, I've really had to distance myself from. So, but yeah, I mean, not bad stuff, not bad people, but just things where maybe things didn't line up. So, but yeah. And then one guy in particular, when he came out here and was kind of stalking one of her friends, that was kind of over the top, but yeah, not too bad. And some of it, Larry, is the type of content that I have. I really don't do, it's funny. People like, is he really that happy? It's like, I just don't do over the top kind of crap. I don't do Jerry Springer content. When you do Jerry Springer content, you get Jerry Springer viewers, and nothing wrong with that, any of that stuff. That's not the kind of stuff that I want to do or I'm interested in. So I think a lot of it is the channel, what I put out, the message, things like that, just kind of a happy life, escaping drama of the West, that kind of deal. So I don't really have that viewer that has that drama and that kind of deal. So if that makes sense. Chris, I'm landing on the evening of the 15th. Let's have breakfast in Cebu. Yeah, all right. I should be there. Yeah, that might actually be really good timing because I think Mary Rose will be on break on the 18th and she'll be there. And we're looking to when she gets there, we're looking to spend, I think, the weekend over at the Cebu Adventure Park. So I'm really excited about that. That's really kind of a cool zoo, nature, outdoor area, and they have accommodations there. So, but anyways, I think we're looking to be around, but I should be actually, that the 15th is a good time. So that sounds good. Look me up on my Facebook community group if you want. There's a link in all the recent videos for that community group. If you're not, it's really the best way to kind of interact with me on an individual basis is through that group. Yeah, I wouldn't know about TikTok. TikTok, mine gets like 9. Yeah, man, I had I think like 40,000 views on one of my recent TikToks. So, it's great. I'm excited for that. I'm excited to branch out to other platforms and really just recycle content. It's content that I already have that I have using for YouTube Shorts. So, putting that out in Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok now. It's easy. It makes sense, right? So, yeah. Troy, hey, Chris, good morning from Australia. Just got home after 4 weeks in Negros with my girlfriend. Back to LDR, planning to move. It's tough. Oh, dude, I hear you, Troy. Man, that is. Yep, I get it. Well, at least you had some time and you were able to connect. I wonder what's the flight like from Australia to here? I would think it's pretty not too bad, right? Gosh, in the West, we've got like 26-hour flights to get here. So yeah, but yeah, good luck, brother. Hope you get out. Hope you get back out soon. Yeah, cheers. Yep. Yes, Mystic Rose making a break. Yeah, tell us about the magical Filipina care we hear about. She's actually studying for she's got like midterms or whatever coming up this week. So she's got a lot going on. But yeah, no, she's doing great. She's doing good. She's we're both having fun here in Leyte and just kind of chilling out. Really still kind of getting this apartment set up. One of the things about when you rent in Cebu that's super easy is you got furnished apartments. You just kind of show up, right? Which is why Cebu City really is that good first spot to get here, because everything's there. You got dishes, you got dressers, you got beds, and linens and all that. Although a lot of that stuff you probably want to pick up, right? But you get my point. Here in the provinces, they're empty, they're vacant. A lot of the places, the apartments. So you got to get freaking dressers and all that crap. So and cabinets and beds and dishes, and they're just empty. So we've been busy here, really just kind of setting up this apartment and getting it going. Fans and air. We had to buy an air conditioner. So, but yeah, she's having fun, man. She's doing really good. She's having a good time. Had her first apartment kind of by herself. She's enjoying that, and just working hard. She's last year of school, so there's a lot of focus and effort for her on that, trying to get her degree and complete that successfully. So she's doing good, though. She's doing good. She's right there sticking her tongue out at me. Mitch, what's up, man? Pray for Florida. We're getting ready for another hurricane. Wow, man, that is, you know what? Let's look at what's going on there. I've heard, so we talked about that a little bit last time. Of the storm, and yeah, when we looked up on the map, a little bit of rain here in Cebu, but yeah, no low pressures. So again, as I got it out, you want to keep. Do I have this on? Yes, I do. You want to keep an eye. So there's a low pressure there, right? But it's ways away. But let's take a look at what's going on in the States. Oh yeah, a big old storm there in the Gulf. Yeah. Let's see which way. Oh, that's tracking too, isn't it? It's tracking to the east. Interesting. That's a weird direction for a storm. Ooh, that's not so good, is it? Interesting, because that Gulf of Mexico water is super hot, right? So yeah, that's shaping up to be a nasty old storm, isn't it? Yeah, no kidding. So where are we at here? We're looking at landfall on Wednesday or Thursday. I wonder if that's my time or your time. Interesting. Yeah, that doesn't look so. Oh, it's going right up Tampa too. Crap. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, not a lot of storms do this path. And so I lived in Tampa for, I don't even know how many years, 10 years or so. And yeah, thanks for the heads up on that, Mitch. Hope, yeah, that's a kind of that's a nasty path for an area of Florida that doesn't necessarily get hit that much. Scary. Stalkers suck. Well, it's part of it, right? You put yourself out there. You got to take the good with the bad. But like I said, though, too, the nature of the channel, I feel that just really kind of draws in like-minded people. So no matter what your content is, you put content out, you're going to attract that. But yeah, no, for the most part, guys have been great. People have been great. I'm always amazed. The families and stuff. Guys come. This gentleman and his elderly mother came up and said, "Hey, and all the families and stuff that are watching." So, no, 90% are just great, similar, like-minded individuals who are just about a happy, peaceful existence on this planet. And so, but yeah, no, it's really it's really not that bad. Yeah, hey, no heads up again. I know, Morton. Yeah, sorry, man. Sometimes I'm just doing these impromptu lives, really. I am trying to do them actually a little more often now, once a week. I think is kind of what I do, but I don't really have a set date or time yet. It just kind of depends. Tomorrow morning, I won't have a lot of time. I've got a couple calls and stuff scheduled that I'm doing, and I might try to head back to Cebu tomorrow. So, but yeah, no schedule as of yet. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe I can knock down a day. That's the other thing too, Morton, is I'm really trying to figure out which day of the week is going to be best. I'm considering, Saturday night in the United States, Sunday morning here, or a Friday night in the U.S., Saturday morning here. Yeah, so I'm kind of playing with a couple of dates and times. What's up, Jim? How's it going from Cocoa, Florida? A little tired, hurricane prepping, yeah. You're on the East Coast, so you should be blocked from that last storm I just looked at. I need to reach out. Still have a lot of friends and family down in that Tampa area, so I appreciate the heads up. Being out here, I'm really disconnected. It was one of the reasons why I did move out here, is I just really wanted to disconnect from a lot of the stuff that's going on in the United States, right? Politics and just gun violence and all that stuff. So I am really, really disconnected from all of it, and including storms like this. So I appreciate the heads up with you guys letting me know what's going on. So because I do want to reach out to some people, see how they're doing, make sure they're prepped up and ready to roll. Yeah. But yeah, hope all is good there. Good thing you're on this time, right? Good thing you're on the East Coast. I'm sure it'll be a little bit basat, as they say here, a little bit wet, but you should be shielded for the most part. Yeah, right. Cleveland, Ohio, another one of my former stomping grounds. I lived in Cleveland during the late 80s. So yeah, good for you, man. 59 and sunny. Wow. October 59. Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, nice, man. Hope all is good in Cleveland. It takes 8 hours to fly from Manila to Sydney. Okay. Yeah, that's not bad. You know what, dude? I want to get down to Australia since I'm right here. I do, man. This whole region of the world, I'm really excited about kind of getting out and exploring. Let's pull up the map again. I want to get down to Australia. Oops, where's my map? A little bit slower internet connection, huh? Interesting. Did I just drop there? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I want to get down, check out really a lot of this region of the world. Yeah, I did. So I went to China in the early 2000s. I went to a couple of places around Hong Kong, and then I was in mainland China, Shenzhen, I think it was. So I did spend some time in China, saw the Great Wall. But I mean, Southeast Asia, I really want to check out. A lot of Indonesia, I want to look at Malaysia, but also too, I'd love to get down to Australia. Yeah, man. That's good. Good for you. Well, yeah, like I said, glad you were able to make it out, hang out with your girl for a little bit, and hope you make it back out here soon permanently. Yeah, that's rough, but it works. I can. Yeah, it's hard, but I get it. Jim, how's the good life? What's up, Jim? Yeah, thanks for being here, man. Appreciate it. Good life is good. I'm really excited. I feel like it's been there's been some challenges in a lot of kind of what I envisioned. I wanted to ride my motorcycle around the Philippines. Is one of my passions is motorcycle riding. For you guys have watched, right? But it's just been a little bit of a challenge kind of setting that up. And the first bike I bought, the Royal Enfield, I had a bunch of challenges around that with gear and then just being comfortable. The riding triangle, things like that. It's not really a good touring machine. So I got the Honda now. I got the NX500, just a phenomenal bike, man. I have just over 2,000 kilometers on it. I've got the panniers. I've got the top box. I've got pretty much everything I need now to go. And but that's, year and a half into just trying to making this work, So there's been some challenges around setting up, getting the gear so I can kind of travel around. So, but I'm set up now, man, fully ready to roll. And come October, it's showtime. So yeah, I just kind of excited about touring around, exploring, riding through Negros, riding through Mindanao. So it'll be fun. You're looking forward to it. Yeah, thanks for the tip for flying into Cebu, then Bohol. Really enjoyed it. Yeah, no problem, man. Yeah, Bohol is that great. It's just such an easy place to go to when you're here as like a tourist, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, like, because I meet a lot of guys, Chris. It's like, man, I'm here in Cebu City. I haven't gone to the beach. And that is one of those options I'm like, just go, hop on. You know, you go to Bohol, you know, let's pull up the map. Go out to Bohol, just really, you know, one stop, and you catch a. Yeah, I just did a whole video on it. Right, you get a cab and you get down here in Tagbilaran or Tagbilaran, whatever city there, and then you come out to you know, Alona Beach, and you can hang out and go over to Napoleon Reef. Man, I've shot a video on that. Really cool, you know, scuba and snorkel there too. But and you can do kind of a bunch of touristy stuff with the Chocolate Hills, the Targiers, you know. So it's just fun, you know, fun thing to do, easy to do. It's a little bit touristy, but whatever. But it's also not pricey and outrageous like Boracay, right? You don't feel like you're with a bunch of Europeans. It is touristy though down Alona Beach, but I don't know. I'm just a big fan. Fun trip, easy trip to do as a tourist, right? So yeah, no, good for you, dude. Good for you. It's Cat 5 now, probably hitting 4 or 5. Okay, wow, that is a big storm and coming up a direction that not normal. And the Gulf of Mexico it's a hotter body of water than the ocean, you know, when they're coming up from the east coast of Florida. So yeah, that could be nasty, man. That could be a nasty storm. Like I said, thanks for the heads up. I've got friends and family out there still, so I need to reach out to everyone. Hope they're good. Yeah, that's not looking good. Hey, dude. Good morning from Batangas, the land of the rising 1100 rebels. Yeah, just got out of bed. Yikes! What were you saying? You had something on the comment here I just saw, and I wanted to bring up if you were here. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can find that real quick. You were asking. Oh yeah, you pointed out the name of that vegetable. What the hell is the name of that? Oh yeah, it's a Mexican squash. Did you say? Yeah. Yeah, where'd you sit? Yeah, Mexican squash. Yeah, I'd never heard of that before. I've never heard of that before. I'll have to try that out. Appreciate that, brother. Hope all is good there in Batangas. Yeah, I never knew the Philippines used American flag before. Just a random thought. They don't use an American flag. They have their own flag, right? They have their own flag. Yeah, different. I guess that was at times. The Philippines was. Oh yeah. I guess what when was the Philippines independence? Yes. Let's look at that. They celebrated. It's right around July. It was July 4th, honestly, but they changed it. When is the Philippines Independence Day? Yeah, July 2nd, 2025. But it was July 4th, 1946. But they changed it. Yeah, so 1946, it became independent, July 4th. So, yeah. Yes, number one on my bucket list is to ride around Leyte and find World War II battlefields. Love your ride videos. Keep the shiny side up, man. Yeah. You know, I'm not a big history kind of guy. I mean, whatever. It's not like I'm disinterested, but since living here in Leyte, I've become more interested. Especially if you chill out in Ormoc. They have actually right along the water there. They have a big World War II memorial and a bunch of plaques and stuff. So I've become more interested in the history that is here, especially around Battle of Leyte Gulf, one of the biggest naval battle in history. So yeah, man, just really interested in that as I've been spending more time out here. And if you're a scuba diver, I mean, Leyte is, you know, because of that battle, there's a bunch of boat wrecks and stuff like that. So there's a bunch of diving and that kind of deal that's out here, you know. So yeah, man, I'm the more I ride around and explore here, the more interested I am in the same kind of deal. Good morning, sir. God bless you always. Oh, salamat kayo. No, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for being here, and hope all is well with you too. Chris, put a good word for Queenie for me. Absolutely, Jeff. She's adorable. She's so sweet. all of our friends are so sweet and adorable. They're good people. That's really one of the things that's different from Cebu out to the provinces is you do have a little more of that innocence that's out here. Just sweet. These girls are just so sweet out here. The people. But yes, Queenie is super sweet, super adorable. Michelle, yeah, Miriam, all of her friends are just really, really just good people. And that was the other nice thing too about dating Mary Rose is I am meeting more of her friends and family, and so that's really cool and enjoying getting to know them. But they're super busy right now too. They're in their last year, so I do see them every now and then, and we take them out to dinner and stuff like that, and because they're college kids trying to we remember when we were in school. We just didn't have a lot of extra when it came to that, so they're same boat. So we'll try to help them out however we can, and yeah, really sweet, really sweet. Yeah, sports lover here in Florida. We are exactly halfway around the world. Yeah, 12-hour distance, and it's the longest flight you can take to the Philippines. It takes forever, man, forever. I think I flew in, was it San Francisco or LA? I can't even remember, to Taipei. It's been almost 2 years now. I will be heading back to the United States. I've got a trip late May, June this year. So I'll spend a little bit of time, probably travel around, probably go, since I am back, I'll probably go down to, I'll be in Colorado for a while, but then probably go to Cleveland and then to Florida. So I'll be around in May, June. Category 3 hurricane when it makes landfall. It looks like though, Jeff, it's still kind of out in the Gulf, right? Isn't it still out in the Gulf? Isn't it still out in the Gulf? Let's go out to windy. Where the hell am I? There's Africa. Yeah, dude. Oops. Slower. There we are. Okay. Yeah, so that's right now, right? Yeah, I mean, that might slow it down a little bit there if it gets over Yucatan. Yeah, that might slow it down a little bit if it gets over the Yucatan. But if that guy sits over the Gulf and that water is hot, it'll beef up really quick. And then yeah, that could be pretty. Oh man, that'll be bad. That'll be yeah, because right there, that is hot water and heading right to Tampa. Oof, man, yeah, I need to reach out to people. Yeah, I'm hoping. Yep, scary. Oh no, not you, Siri. I said scary. Yes, Hurricane Milton, now extremely powerful Category 5 storm, has become one of the strongest hurricanes ever recorded with a maximum sustained wind of 100 miles. I'm telling you, the Gulf of Mexico is hot body of water. Hot. I lived there for whatever, 20 years or so. I'll show you kind of where I lived. I lived right here on Anna Maria Island. I lived right there. When I was like 15 or 16. Loved it. I mean, that's kind of why I'm out here, because I just missed that island vibe. I loved the beach. I loved all that. So my late teens, I lived right here. And yeah, these guys are about ready to get hammered, man. And so I lived in Bradenton, all these areas I lived in. And then I also lived in Tampa area. I lived in Ruskin. So yeah. Worked in Brandon, went to school in Brandon, worked in, Riverview. Yeah, these guys are about ready to get hammered. That looks scary. But, that was the nice thing about Tampa is you wouldn't get storms like this, because most of the storms, when they would track up through here and then, obviously hit New Orleans or something like that, right? They'd come up through here or they'd slam into the East Coast. This freaking Gulf of Mexico storm shooting this direction, I mean, that's a pretty rare storm. Pretty scary, man. Oof. Like I said, I appreciate the heads up. I need to reach out to friends and family that are out there. Yeah. That Mexican squash. I'm wondering if anyone has gotten the Asian immunization shot before moving to the Philippines. Yeah, Jim, we've talked a little bit about that before on some other lives, but so here's the ones that I'm aware of, and feel free, anyone add or whatever to this list. So there's some hepatitis shots that you want to, go to your doctor, right? Talk to your doctor about it. But So there's some hepatitis shots that are unique to this area. And they take several months to get fully vaccinated, Jim. I think the hepatitis, whatever C or whatever it was, that took like 8 months to get fully vaccinated. It was like a 2-stage shot. So yeah, there's hepatitis. There's the Japanese encephalitis that I never got that people have brought up. Obviously tetanus, you probably want to go ahead and get done too. And I think typhoid was another one that people bring up, but I never got that. I did get the hepatitis, and I did get my tetanus redone. So those are the only ones. Other ones that people talk about are, like I said, Japanese encephalitis, as well as people also talk about rabies. But and maybe if anyone knows about this, you can add to it. But I was just kind of having this conversation. They said, Chris, rabies, you're going to get the same shot no matter what. So if you have an issue, you're going to get the rabies shot. So it doesn't necessarily matter. It's one of those things you can get then. So, but if someone knows differently on the rabies one, let me know. But yeah, there's some vaccines that are recommended for this, for traveling around. There's none required though, to my knowledge. Jennifer Terry is really, I think she's still doing that stuff. She's really probably the authority on traveling to the Philippines. But to my knowledge, there's none required for entry. There was one required when I got here. You had to have the COVID vaccine required when I showed up. But that was pretty much a requirement for me at work too. I mean, it was not officially, but it was suggested. Yes, I know, right? I know you're not into history, but there's a raw video in YouTube that shows how the guys liberated us from Japanese. Yeah, Battle of Manila, 1945, liberation of Philippines by the U.S. Army, documentary. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. I'm more interested in it. It's not like I wouldn't say, yeah, no, I like that kind of stuff. I do. It just wasn't anything I was super aware of before coming here. I mean, I knew of the World War II and a little bit of that, but the Battle of Leyte Gulf, man, I mean, that I have watched a little bit more on that since I was in Ormoc just earlier this year. And I am fascinated by that. But yeah, no, I appreciate that documentary. You can look that up. Yeah. Save extra money before you come back. Be a sticker shock price. I know, dude. I'm terrified about that. Yeah. It's going to be, it's expensive. Yes. A fan of your channel. Great camera work. Yeah, I don't think I've seen any other vlogger trekking along the Philippines islands with a motorbike. It's fascinating to watch. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It's a lot of work, and I do have a lot of unique technology that I use. So prior to coming here, I was an IT guy for a law firm for 15 years for one firm, 16 years for one firm. So I love gadgets. I love technology, that kind of deal. So when I moved to the Philippines and started vlogging, it's very similar where I love technology. So I'm using some really unique cameras to shoot a lot of the videos. And one of that is this camera right here. It's a 360 camera. So you've got 2 lenses and it shoots everything around. And I shoot with 2 of these cameras. So yeah. So, it's a little bit extra work with the stitching and the, the double editing kind of thing, but I enjoy it. I have fun with it. And I do like the footage. I also have GPS stats that I bring into these videos. So yeah, I'm having fun with it. I really am. I'm enjoying it. It's keeping me busy. It's, it's a hobby, but it's been fun. But thank you. I appreciate your kind words and you watching. So thank you so much. Hit landfall on Wednesday. Expected to hit Sarasota. Dang. That area just really isn't used to heavy landfall. Like I said, I live down that Holmes Beach area. They're just going to get blown up. Yeah, that's rough, man. And I'm telling you that if it sits out in that Gulf, man, that'll be one of the bigger storms ever to hit the coast. Because that water is hot. It's hot. And that's what it takes to fuel those storms like that. That's scary. Wednesday, huh? And that's several. So you've got Monday there now. 2 days of sitting out there. We can only hope that it hits the Yucatan Peninsula a little bit more and kind of weakens. If that thing sits in that Gulf of Mexico, man, that'll be a nasty, nasty, nasty storm. Scary. Did you ever wrestle for the Brandon Eagles? Yeah, no, I didn't wrestle. I wrestled in like middle school in South Dakota. I also lived in South Dakota as a kid. But no, I didn't wrestle for the Brandon Eagles. I did. I wasn't. I lived in Brandon for a little bit. I worked at a hotel there. While I was going to school, I went to community college my first couple of years and did my general education. I went to Hillsborough Community College there at the Brandon campus, and I worked at was a night auditor at a hotel. So I know Brandon, Florida, but no, I didn't go to high school out there. Yeah. Uh, yeah. Oh, rabies? Is that what you're saying? The rabies is really important? Yeah, let me know more on what you're talking about there. Saw the shiny head on Facebook. Thought I'd better say hello. How are the plans coming along? Yeah, Mike, things are going well, brother. Hope you're good there. Dude, I hope you're okay. I know you're down in Florida, right? I don't know where you're at, but hope you're preparing for the storm as we're talking about the big storm that's coming that direction. So yeah, I hope you're doing okay out there. But yeah, no, I think the plans are coming together. There's going to be a lot of travel content coming up, through late coming up all of October or especially November will be a lot of travel and stuff as I ride through northern Minden now. But yeah, man, no, things are great. I'm excited. And then going into summer here, because summer here is March, April, May. There'll be a lot more of that too. So it's going to be a busy next 6 months. So things are going well. Make your trip home a business trip to write off some of the travel food and no good point. Yeah, well, I'll shoot video, right? Yeah, no, that's a good point, Jeff. Although I don't have really any taxable income, so it's hard to tax zero. Although I did sell stock this year. I did sell some stock, so I will have some taxable income. And it's I'm glad you kind of reminded me because I need to start now kind of going through and tracking all my expenses for that. Because I have had a lot of expenses. I had to buy a new laptop, and honestly, these drones, because they are for the channel and stuff, I could do a lot of that write-offs too. So yes, yeah, I need to make sure I'm tracking that stuff to write it off, and I'll definitely I'll try to write off as much as I can. But like I said too, I'm really not making money. So if you come to Cleveland and you want to meet up, let me know. Yeah, absolutely, Steven. Yeah, I would like to visit Cebu for 2 weeks in December, but don't know if that will happen. Yeah, no, Steven, I'll let you know. My dad and my stepmom and my stepsister and my sister's in the Detroit areas, but not far. I would definitely suspect I will be coming to Cleveland at some point and head out there for a little bit just to kind of touch base with them and see those guys. So more of that, I'll plan that out as it comes, as we get closer to May. A lot more things between now and then. But yeah, I would suspect I'll definitely be in Cleveland, as well as I'll probably be down in the Tampa area as well. See, my son's down there. So yeah. That looks nasty, Mike. Stay safe, brother. Maybe even get the heck out of there. I would get out. I mean, as we talk about this, guys, especially here in the Philippines, we also want to be mindful of where we're at as we're looking to come out here, right? Oh, I got lost here. Hold on. When the last thing we want to do, especially if we're just here in an Airbnb, just chilling here in the Philippines while a big storm comes slamming through here. My strategy around that is if a big storm comes through, head down to Davao. Head down here. The likelihood of a storm coming in, and then they're going to hit and go north, but they hardly ever would go south. There's a weather phenomenon where they go away from the equator, right? So we're in the northern hemisphere. They're gonna hit and ride north. So it is important for us to have a strategy around that when big storms hit here too. Especially for us, is like I said, most of us are in Airbnbs. We're not really set up. If you got a house with generator and all that thing, that's a little bit different scenario. But even then, right? What's the point? Hop on an airplane, go spend a week or weekend, whatever, and get out. So yeah, Mike, I hope you're okay there, brother. Yep. Stay safe. Yeah. Those who are into history visit the Fort San Pedro in Cebu City. Yes. Yeah. I have been to James. I've been to that fort. They have guides that give you a tour of the fort and know quite a bit of the local history. Yeah, there is a lot of local history there in Cebu City. Cebu City, I think, was one of the first original cities, I think, in the Philippines, right? As a major trade route. So yeah, man, lots of history there in Cebu City. Yeah, I'm a fan. I'll probably always keep a residence there in Cebu City, and that's something that we're going to be looking at too. So more of that content to come, as well as probably around December, as my lease expires in February. We're looking to probably keep a place in Cebu City, but really kind of a cheap and inexpensive place. It won't be a place I'll stay at that often. Maybe a week, a month or so. Just kind of meet up with you guys. Definitely prefer wrestling in the Philippines. He's not alone with that. I know, right? It's a better experience here. They're yeah, better experience. Oh, they find ways to tax $0. No, you're right, man. No, you're right. And I actually did have, so I think that my YouTube income was what? I don't even know. I can't even remember. It was less than the standard deduction. Yeah, I can't remember what it was. But even then, I had even with my internet deduction, I was fine, right? I had no taxable income, but it's off of cash. So, but this year, like you said, I did sell some stock, so I want to be careful around that. So you're Mary Rose's first foreigner, right? Yes. What's been some things that she laughs at you about? Yes. So I am Mary Rose's first foreigner boyfriend. She had one other boyfriend before that. What are some things that make her laugh, babe? What are some things that make you laugh? What are some of the interesting things about dating a foreigner? Huh? When I'm dancing? I guess my dancing, just kind of my crazy nature. I like to have fun in life. I do. I like to joke. I like to laugh. So, whatever, dancing around the house, being buong, being crazy. I like to play. I do like to play. I like to have fun. And so I can be a little bit, kind of fun or over the top in that way, just dancing around the house. Yeah, I don't know. What are some of the other things that are there with foreigners? I think one of the things I really like about dating Western men is we can be, we can be connected to them emotionally. We're not afraid of that kind of deal. Most men, I think, we kind of come here and want that type of connection. Filipino men might be a little more distant, generalization. So, but yeah, I think that's one of the things that Filipino women look for in a Western man is that kind of way. What are some of the other things that I can see from her and really just other Filipinos in general? Yeah, just they laugh at us a lot, especially when we try to speak Bisaya or the local language. They'll laugh at us and how we pronounce words, say stuff. Let's see, what else is there? Yeah, but so far, I mean, dating a foreigner, all of our friends, they were just talking about that last night when they got back from the study group. What's it like dating a foreigner? How are things going? And, so it's kind of funny. There is one question they all ask. She's like, shh. There is one question they're all interested in. It's just kind of funny. Anyways, we'll leave that one to the guys' imagination. Jimmy, hey Chris, have you decided on your ferry departure city to Mindanao? I was searching and see that there's a fast craft from Liliwan to Siargao. Yeah. Let's take a look. Let's pull up the map. From Liliwan to Siargao. Yeah, I think there is that. Yeah, I think you're right there. But let's take a look. Let me get out to my map. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to go a little bit different direction, but I will be coming that way on my way back. So I'm going to do Bacolod to Dumaguete, and then, well, actually, I'll probably spend like 3 or 4 days in this trip down here, traveling to Bacolod to Dumaguete. But once I get to Dumaguete, I'll go over to Dumaguete. I'll do Dipolog. So I'll do this route, and then I'm going to travel this whole northern coast all the way up. And then, yes, I'll do Siargao. but I'll probably do Siargao over to right here, this ferry line, and then I'll ride up this peninsula here, this eastern peninsula up to So Good Bay, and I'll ride up through here all the way up to my apartment up here. So yeah, I'll go that route. But I think you're right. I think there is a fast craft from Siargao to, I think there's a fast craft from Siargao to, is it Masan? I think there might be. Yeah, I think there is now a Masan City to Siargao, a fast craft. The problem with that though is I'll be on my bike, so I can't take a fast craft, right? I need a row. I need a boat that I can take my bike, my motorcycle on. But you're right there. So I saw Ocean Jet was, you know what? Let's go. So Ocean Jet was doing. Oops, that's book away. 1 second. Sorry. Let's go out to the Ocean. Yeah, let's go out to Ocean Jet's website. So Ocean Jet had some stuff from Cebu City that you can get down to Siargao City. Yeah, they have new routes. Yeah, I don't see that. They used to have that kind of listed up there. But yeah, but the nice thing about the fast craft is, you know, obviously it you know, as in the name, it's a lot faster than a row, but you can't take on motorcycles. So, but yes, yeah, I'll go that direction en route as I'm traveling back and forth. Hepatitis A, B, and important. There's no comeback from liver damage. Yeah, that was the one I definitely did. I got my vaccination for hepatitis as I was coming over here. But like that took several months. It wasn't a one shot and done. You got one set of shots, and then it was like 6 months later, I got a second set of shots. So it's something you want to do well in advance before coming out here, or you know, when you're here, you can get stuff like that too. So, but yeah, might as well get it done there if you can. Yes. Ronaldo, what's up, man? Hello, sir. Yeah, good morning. Mayang buntag, magandang umaga. Yeah, thanks for being here. Appreciate it, man. Good morning. Panays usually laugh if you try to speak their language. Sounds funny to their ears. I know, right? I sound like a 4-year-old. I sound like a 4-year-old with English, but I definitely sound like a 4-year-old when I try to speak Bisaya. But guys, here's the thing. It makes such a big difference to try to speak a couple words in local dialogue. It really is so important. One of the things we're looking to do, I was actually talking to Mary Rose with this just yesterday. I was like, look, I want to do a language class. I want to offer it on my community group. I want to do a once a week class where we can offer people how to kind of learn the local dialect. So we're working on putting that together. But you know, she's just so busy with everything else she's got going on. But it is so important for us to say, hey, hello, good morning, you know, thank you, all that kind of stuff. You know, they just get such a kick out of us trying to speak it. But yeah, highly recommend learning a couple words. Yeah. Does she call you Buddha babe? No, but dang it, Jeff. What's up with getting older and just not being able to operate like we did in our 20s and 30s, man? What's up with that, man? I freaking take, you know, some couple time off from exercise, and what do I freaking blow up like a balloon? So I went on a run last night, but man, I tell you, you know, and honestly, it probably wasn't until I got in my 40s that I really kind of struggled with maintaining any kind of fitness level. And so I've been lucky in that regard, right? But yeah, I know now, man, if I even just take a short time off, I start to blow up. Just because I don't want to change my eating. You know, last night we went and got ice cream and all that other crap, you know, and I don't want to change my eating. I'd rather go run, you know, than not have ice cream. But dude, they don't care. They don't care about that kind of stuff. They really don't. And if anything, if you're super buff and ripped, that's more of a turnoff than kind of, you know, dad. They really like dad bods in a lot of ways. For me, though, I want to maintain fitness. Yeah, I mean, it is a little bit about appearance and look, right? I'm not going to lie, but I like feeling well. I like feeling vital. I like feeling strong and energized, and I get that out of exercise, running and strength training and stuff like that. So I'm just a big fan of how I feel physically and emotionally too, right? So, but yeah, it's kind of funny. Have I been to BGC? I have been to BGC. I went one time. Went in March, and I spent not enough time. I wish I would spent more time. I really spent like a long weekend. I was actually surprised how much I liked it. It is a different experience. Like, I didn't really feel like I was in the Philippines. I felt like I was in just a big city in the United States. So, but it was great. I liked it. I could see living there. I could see the appeal. I could see why guys would like it there. And it is a city for, like, look, if you're a guy that really likes modern living and you like all the Western amenities, go to BGC, go to Makati, go to Manila, and you'll have those amenities. All the restaurants, all the vegan food, right? The couple of guys that I was hanging out with were vegan. They have all the vegan restaurants and stuff like that there that they could want. So if you're really into that modern living, they got a train system now that's there. Go there and hang out. Nothing wrong with that. If you're more of an outdoorsy kind of guy, then you can come out to the rest of the Philippines, because it is like glorified camping in a lot of ways. I mean, I've got how I shower here. I don't have a shower. I've got a bucket. I want to do this video. I'm trying to figure out how to do it tastefully. But, my morning routine where I'm on the toilet and then just kind of showering. But that's the kind of what it takes to be out in province life. You have to be a little more outdoorsy. But yes, I've been to BGC, and I'm surprised how much I liked it. Yeah, you look like a famous actor, handsome Squidward. Yeah. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Salamat kayo. I often hear I look like Dana White, Bruce Willis. I hear Hank from Breaking Bad. I have that familiar face. Jason, what's his Statham? If I let my beard grow out. But yeah, I don't know. But appreciate it. Thank you. Salamat kayo. I've been trying to evacuate, but no gas anywhere. Damn. Dude, that's going to be a mess. Oh, crap. That is going to be a mess. Oh, man. Best of luck. Seriously. I got to reach out. Man, that's rough. You should have a MR plan, Mary Rose plan, a street food date where you can eat what she buys. Yeah. No, we did a little bit of that. In the video I sent out this morning, right? Where we went out to the markets and bought a bunch of foods. Those freaking markets are amazing here. Really loved it. So inexpensive too. Guys, we had so much food for $20. We had like 10 pieces of fish and, whatever, freaking 20 bananas and 6 mangoes and, you know what I mean? Just all that stuff. But yeah. But I get what you're saying. Go out. We do a lot of street food. We do a lot of that. I'm a big fan. There's a really good barbecue place down at the water that we go to, 3 times a week. There's a lot of American young adults in Siargao. Yeah. Do you know Barbie of Siargao? She's American. I don't know her. Yeah, I don't. So Boracay, Siargao, these really El Nido, of course, or whatever. These really big touristy spots. I definitely want to go and see. But those aren't what I necessarily like. I like them more just because for me, I moved here more for the people, and the scenery too. But you can find some really beautiful scenes all throughout the country. But I like the more natural, authentic experience of the people that are out here in the provinces. And like I said, there's a freaking island, Kalamangan Island. Here, let's pull up the map. Add the stage. Maps. I mean, there's gorgeous islands everywhere, right? Look at this. Freaking, it doesn't even show up on the map. I mean, it's just absolutely breathtaking. I've shot some videos out here. You can camp out here. I'm definitely going to be coming back to there and shooting a lot more out there. But there's just so many beautiful places to see. Some of these high touristy places I kind of avoid. This place that like Siargao. Just so many other tourists, right? So many other Westerners and things like that. And nothing wrong with that. And if you're here on vacation, You know, and I'll probably go at one point as well. I'm not in a hurry to kind of go see those places. But yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm a foreigner, but I am endowed like a Filipino. Filipinos. Dude, that's hilarious, dude. Well, you don't have to worry about that, man. You don't have to worry, man. You know, I feel that that's not a highest priority of the girls here, and I just think if even if you're adequate, it's not a very, you know, that was one of the cultural differences that I do see different from here to there. Is Westerners were pretty advanced, we're pretty open. They're very conservative here, in that way. Even if you look at their dress and go to the beaches and stuff, they don't really wear a lot of that kind of, even bikinis. Now, Mary Rose will wear a bikini, but most Filipinos won't. So they're very, very conservative. So even if you're just the normal average guy in that area, even they don't, you know, they just don't. And the nice thing about that is you know, we kind of know perception is reality. So they already have this perception that we're these, you know, incredible lovers, and we're, you know, there's a video that I'm kind of dying to make, but I don't know if I want to do it. It's, you know, here in this country where John Holmes and Jeff Bezos, you know, we're related to as these well endowed in many ways financially, you know, individuals. We come here and that's who we are. And in the West, we're these freaking, you know, whatever, these broke, worthless men. So, but yeah, I just think the average guy, you know, you're fine over here, man. Yeah, typhoid and rabies shots. Yeah, those two people do talk about, that I have heard about. I have not done either. Someone was commenting to me about the rabies shot is that you can just get it after. So yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if it's better to get it before, or if you have a problem, get it then. I'm trying to get my head around Ilongo. Yeah. Yeah, the language. Yeah, Ilongo. And that it's kind of one of the things that, honestly, the one thing I don't like about Iloilo is they speak a different dialect. I just, you know, I spent all this time learning Visaya, and, you know, in there it's different. You know, good morning here is Mayambunta. Good morning there is Mayonaga. You know, it's just, it's so different. But yes, I understand. Yeah, but it's important. You know, I think anywhere where you're going to be at, just learning even 10 so words like good morning, good afternoon, good evening, thank you, you know, that kind of stuff. It's important no matter where we're at. And it is important to use the local dialect. I would not, unless you're going to be in Luzon, that's when you want to learn Tagalog, which is the national language. But outside of that, you really want to use the local dialect that they all speak. Yes, Tagalog is the national language. It's most Filipinos won't understand that, but they would prefer, every time I'm out and I say my buntag and I'm speaking the local dialect, that is picked up right away. It's like, wow, that's great. He's speaking the local language, the local language. So really important to learn that depending on where you're at. But yeah. Speak the language a bit more than just a few words. Make you super rare. Yep, commodity with correspond. Yeah, no, absolutely. And people say that a lot too. You can spot scams. You can spot, you know, people who have bad intentions towards you, to being fully fluent. And that is my goal. Honestly, that's my goal. That's why I do want to do some language lessons through the channel, weekly stuff, once a week for an hour. You know, a group of us can get together. We you know, work through some language stuff. So I'm more to come on that for sure. And you're absolutely right. So important. Importante kayo. Your earlier vlogs has you walking more. You need to get back on some routes and walk and talk, and not while eating ice cream. All right, Jeff. Yeah, good point, Jeff. Yeah, no, you're right. I haven't done a lot of walking videos. The one I did a little bit this morning, yesterday, that I released this morning, was walking through that. But you're right, I did a lot more walking stuff. I'm going to be back in Cebu here this week, and I'll be doing some more of that too. I'm going to do some riding stuff through the town. I'm really excited about some of the riding content that I envision out of Cebu City. So But yeah, more walking stuff, because with a selfie stick, it is really unique. Me being 6 feet tall, I try my best to stay under 200 pounds. Yeah, dude, I'm 5'10" and probably 215. Yeah, but I'm a thicker kind of dude too. Like I'm not. Yeah, heads up with that camera. Naked Filipino wandering around. But yeah, I'm kind of a thicker dude. So yeah, I've always been kind of stockier though my whole life. But yeah, I'm with you. It's important, man, especially as we get older. You know, it's just so hard. Once I was in my accident, I was in a wheelchair for 3 months. And then, man, I was amazed how quick stuff went, especially, being over 50. It took me forever to kind of get where I was walking normally and, running. And man, it's just as we get older, it goes fast. So I'm with you. Important to keep on top of that, right? Yes, morning routine suggestions, board shorts. No, or repeat, no Speedos. No worries there, man. I've never been a Speedo kind of guy. I can't get away with Speedos, man. I can't get away with those. They don't work well for me, man. So I'm with you. Yeah, I didn't know they had a rabies vaccine. Yes. Damn, need Hep A, B, rabies, worm meds. Oh my God. Yeah, the worm meds. Yeah, interesting, Jim. Yeah, I haven't heard about that either, but parasites have been something on my radar for sure. Not that I've had any issues or stuff, but you're eating a lot of street food, where that kind of stuff can happen. But yeah, Hep for sure. Rabies, I'm on the fence about. Japanese encephalitis is one that I've heard about as well that we might want to do a little more research on. Any new motorcycles? Well, it's funny that you asked that. That video that I shot with my buddy Chris, he had some stuff come up where he had to go to back home, the United States. So I bought his Honda ADV 160. So I have that black Honda ADV 160. It's back in Cebu. That's the other reason why I want to get back to Cebu, is just kind of ride that around and shoot some videos from that. So I do have a Honda ADV 160 now. I don't know if I'm going to keep it. I might actually bring it here. Mary Rose doesn't have a license, but she's going to be looking to get one. I might bring it here to Cebu or the Leyte, and she could drive it or whatnot. But we'll see. Or I might sell it. My buddy of mine, Jack, who is really trying to buy it, but he's got some stuff he's working through where he couldn't do it right now. I might just sell it to him because he was really interested in getting it. But I do want to ride it around. I want to check it out. Want to see how it is. It was a bike that I wanted to buy when I first moved here, but I just couldn't find them. Honda supply issues and stuff post COVID. But yeah, so I've got that bike, and then this time of year, man, there's a lot of bike announcements, right? So what's that, Imica, I believe? I can't remember the name of it, but KTM, I think, just announced they got 12 new motorcycles coming out. So that 390 Adventure or the Enduro, that looks like a great machine. Yeah, a lot of bikes are going to be coming up on the radar here soon. The Honda NX500, though, that I recently bought, I freaking love that bike. Love that bike. I got 2,000 kilometers on it now. It's really it's one of the challenges of motorcyclists, buying a bike is, you buy the bike that kind of pulls at your heart, it pulls at, sound or look or whatever, but it might not be the best machine for the type of riding that you're doing. The Honda NX500 is really the ideal bike for the type of riding that I'm currently doing. It's perfect. So huge fan of this bike. Really love this bike a lot. But yeah, other bikes that I'm kind of looking at. So KTM's new offerings, some 390 Adventure, something a little more off-road is as I build more of an off-road community down here, or an adventure type of riding community, I can see myself picking up, a nice enduro or more of a off-road biased adventure bike. The 450 Himalayan is still kind of on my radar. They actually have them now. I've sat on them a couple times. Nice bike. Really impressed with Royal Enfield and what they're doing too. Really a lot of bikes that are coming out in that 300 to 500 cc range that weren't around a couple years ago. So really excited about that, and kind of look really excited about that and what's going on there. So John Bon Jovi was delusional. Cowboy who stood The cowboy who's still on yes, cowboy is still horsey ride, wanted dead or alive. Yeah, man. Oh, dude, it's so cool, man. I listen to that song a lot when I'm riding. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good for you, man. Hope you're good there, brother. Yeah, but always order chicken. Yeah, I'm sure Mary Rose can find some more interesting local food. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I eat a lot of chicken, a lot of fish. I eat some pork. You got to be careful with the pork, right? Because I can't remember what that. There's a disease or whatever that can like it's similar to mad cow, but with pork. So you got to be a little bit careful with pork. But I do eat a lot of chicken, and some fish too, but mostly chicken. Yep. Jim, yesterday I seen an older white woman with a younger male Filipino. Yeah, I just smiled. It was nice to see here in the U.S. Always see older white male with a younger Filipino. Yeah, yep, yeah. There's I get some of that question every now and then about women come in here and would Filipino men be interested? I think so. And I think the thing that stands out there is just we're different. And anytime you have that shiny lure kind of effect, it's going to work well. So yeah, no, that's cool, Jim. Troy, I avoid the tour spots too. I prefer the locals. Always happy in no Western drama. I'm on Negros and spend time in Don. Yeah, and sorry if you're trying to type. Yeah, if you're typing in, I put a 30-second timeout just because it keeps people from spamming the channel. So, but yeah, no, I'm with you. And it's not like I try to avoid Westerners. I like the Filipino experience, and I like the natural one. And Cebu City, you gotta have it's a big city. You're 3.5 million, the greater area. You gotta have your head on you. You really do. So, in particular when it comes to dating. So, but yeah, so I like being out in these little more province areas. I actually, I've been watching videos on how to raise chickens. Oh man, I'm going to become a chicken farmer down the road at some point. But I've been watching like homestead stuff, solar generators. That's kind of the direction I really would love to do. I'd love to have a piece of land. I'd love to build a home. I'd love to have some chickens, a vegetable garden, stuff like that. And maybe even in this Ormoc area. So, yeah, we'll see on that. But yeah, raising chickens has been, yes, I'm with you. The more the remote, more of the natural type of experience is kind of what I'm after too. So yeah, I'm with you. Time with the local is more appealing. I find a lot of Western problems travel with Westerners. It is, man, Troy. And I admittedly, it's taken me a long time to kind of deprogram, kind of my Western mindset. It is, and I'm still there. And some of that, I don't know if it'll ever go away. 50 something years of living in the West and go, and work. And it's really it is kind of one of the things as I've stepped away from that way of life, just kind of being out here. I do like some of that. I do like the fact that we can get crap accomplished. We can get stuff done. We're a hardworking culture. We're a culture that is integrity and high values and high quality kind of culture. I do like some of that, but some of it, like this hate stuff and it is, you're right. And guys come over here and they just bring all that with them. And I do too. And it takes a while to kind of let that stuff go, man. It does. It really does. It's not overnight. And so, yeah, man, I'm with you. And, being around locals is more my vibe too. And I also too, I don't avoid Westerners so much, but I look, people in general, for me, it takes I came here by myself. I don't, I said this earlier, I don't necessarily need a bunch of people to kind of make myself happy. I know I make me happy, right? And being around certain types of people, I do remove myself from, just simply because it doesn't help me in my goals, right? So I do keep my circles kind of small, but like meeting folks and saying hi and having coffee and that kind of stuff, anyone and everyone is me. But I'm with you there, Troy, in some of that, if that makes sense, right? Yeah, Don Salvador Negros. Yeah. Yeah. Spent time there a couple weeks ago. It's close to my girlfriend's place. Yeah. It looks like a great ride. Okay. Yeah. I'll check that out, man. I'll check that out. Yeah. Let's see if we can find some of that, right? Did you say Don Salvador? Add to StreamYard. Let's see. Don. Yeah. I think we looked that up before. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. Oh, yeah. No, that does look beautiful. And I'll probably go that way. Yeah, I mean, I'll kind of go through a little bit of that route because I go to San Carlos. Yeah, no, I'll be right through there, brother. I'll be right through there because I'm going to be going through San Carlos over to Bacolod. So I'll definitely, I'll shoot a lot of that coming up. Yeah, cool. I had the rabies shot there in Bacolod. Get it done before you have to. Yeah, it is a course of it's a course of shots over 3 days, and inconvenience to go back 3 days for 3 visits. Okay, all right, get it done before you have to. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. Yeah, 5'10", 215. Those two work. Oh, nice. Good for you. That's you. Yeah. Yeah, I'm right around. Yeah, nice work, Jeff. That's great, man. Good for you, brother. Yeah, I'm 5'10", around 215. My heaviest, I think, was 225. So, yep, I'm with you. Same. Yep. It's hard, brother, isn't it, as we get older? Almost impossible. All right, let me see if I got to charge a couple things here. All right, let's see here. Let's charge that. Let's see here. 1 second. Okay, good. Is that plugged in? No, not yet. Here we go. 1 second. Sorry, guys. My batteries aren't as good as they used to be. So I'm going to switch mics too real quick. 1 second as we're getting set up here. I think I'm pretty close on caught up on comments too. Anything you guys want to, anything else there? Let's swap out this mic. Anything else going on that you guys have questions about, want to talk about, want to know about? Any check. Yep, that looks good. Okay, good. Nice. Fully charged mic. Okay, good. Yeah, I'm with you. I've been pretty luckily genetically where I haven't had much issues. And then I got in my 40s, late 40s even, when I had to be a little more like I took work, like Peloton, hit interval training, stuff like that. Right before my accident, I was actually pretty decent shape. I was doing 45 interval training on my Peloton bike, probably 3 days a week. So, but yeah, it's been hard road to get back. Language less is good. Everyday talk is better. Yep. Focus on the phrase to learn, like where is. Yes. Yeah. The mall, the phone, wherever. Learn Basaya. Once it's in your memory, learn next. Yeah. Where is Asaka? Asaka? I think so. I'm getting there, brother. I'm learning a lot, man. Anybody wants to lose weight while dropping blood pressure and no longer smelling should do the Kempler diet. Okay. All right. Interesting. Yeah. No worries. That's interesting. I've not heard of that. Yeah. This is how I learned Tagalog. Yeah, dude, you've got a huge dialogue, right? Like you're fully fluent, right? Yeah. Good for you, man. I'm considering getting the KLX 230, but I'll have to make the seat more comfortable for longer rides. Yeah, you can seat concepts. Well, so I need to get. So that's my one complaint about the NX 500. The seat's actually not that comfortable. I get pretty tired after about an hour or so. So I do stand up and change my riding position, but the seat isn't super comfortable. But the KLX 230, yeah, let's take a look at that. Right, add stage. Kawasaki. I wonder. Kawasaki home. This is probably the Philippines page. Motorcycles. That's a dual sport, right? KLX. Yeah, KLX 230. Yeah, nice, man. I do like the 300. I do like the 300. Looks like a nice bike, but yeah, man. Yeah, nice. Yeah, KLX 230. Yeah, I did have my eye on this. The thing that so there's a lot of comparisons to the Honda. What's that? 300. And the one thing I do know on this motorcycle that's a little bit better is the suspension. It's supposed to have a little bit better suspension. It's adjustable. Yeah, the KLX or the CLF3, the 300 does not have really good suspension from what I'm hearing. Yeah, yeah, nice, dude. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I'd like to get a dual sport. I could see eventually. I don't really do any off-road riding, and I probably won't do off-road riding unless I'm with a group of guys who also ride off-road. I probably won't do it by myself. I do need to get a pair of boots. I wish I had brought my boots over. I had a brand new pair of boots that maybe had just gotten broke in. A nice motocross. What do you call those? Tech 7 or something like that. I can't remember. It's been a couple of years now, but yeah, but everything else I think I have with gear. I've got a really nice showy adventure helmet. I can't remember the model of that, but a really nice showy, full face adventure helmet. But yeah, I'm liking my boots. I have Climb Marrakesh jacket, I think it is. If you have any issues with weight, you have some kind of issue with fluids, most likely, and I mean salt. Anybody who takes their Western, okay, all right, yeah, take the salt down. And there is a lot of salt. There's a lot of sodium in the Philippines food here. Yeah, soy sauce and all that other. Yeah, we have great result. Blood pressure will drop. Pain will go down. Food cravings will return to normal. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Watch sodium. All right. Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, Chris. I know, right, Mr. Travolta? Dude, I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. Have a little chicken farm, man. Sounds like fun. Little garden, right? Grow some stuff. Yeah. Simple existence, man. Just simple. Build a nice little home. Something I do want a home. I really do want a home. Just kind of place a base that I can set up, keep my stuff there. I'm not a big fan of, like now, right? I got to find another residence in Cebu. Whatever, man. A base is nice, and building it. I mean, you could do it. You could do it out here. There's some legal stuff that you have to navigate, and you hire legal representation to kind of facilitate that. But you can do it out here. Having someone buy it and then leasing the land and all that stuff, right? But yeah, I do. I want some land. Have some chickens, have some fruit trees, some mangoes, some dwarf coconuts, all that stuff. Man, I'm just really, really looking forward to that. I fly to the Philippines on the 31st. Was going to buy an ADV 160 and then sell it in March. Let me know if you want to sell your ADV 160. I have the cash. Yeah, sounds good, Jimmy. Yeah, that might work. Yeah, that might work. Yeah. The problem you're going to find is it's going to take you a freaking month to get it registered. Yeah, man. Yeah, let's talk. We can talk. Toilet paper or water or soap. The other thing too, if you want my Himalayan, that's available also. Yeah, I'm not riding that bike anymore. I'm so much used to my NX500 now, and that Himalayan's a great machine. Or Himalayan, the Hunter 350, great machine. It's fine. It's a little bit cramped riding style, but whatever. I mean, it's good. I've got the modification on the rear rack, so you can strap a bag to it. But yeah, we can talk about that. But yeah, if anyone wants my red Hunter 350, that's available too. I was thinking, I think brand new, they're 200,000, and I was looking at maybe 150, so 150,000 pesos. Toilet paper or water, soap in hand. Yeah, no more toilet paper here, man. Toilet paper's gone. Yep. Toilet paper is gone. I actually, what's his name? I can never remember his name. You used to have a talk show. You had the skeleton guy, whatever. He did this monologue. It's funnier than crap about toilet paper. And he talks about how Westerners, we just have it all wrong, and yeah, you'd be amazed what the bidet and the water, and yeah, I don't even buy toilet paper anymore. I know some people during the pandemic, because of the toilet paper outage, they went to bidets, and they're like, yeah, it's such a different experience. But yeah, no, soap and water in a bucket, man, is the way to go. Trust me, trust me. Would like to buy a farm lot there in Cebu and go native too. Yeah, Jim. Yeah, a little bit hard in Cebu just because of the population, but you get out a little bit, you can easily do that. That's kind of why, guys, I really like this Ormoc area here. Big fan of this region. Is it's really accessible to Cebu. You get a 3-hour fast craft and you're back to Cebu really easily. They also have ro-ros that can take you there. But this whole region, man, I'm saying it's just, I love it. I really do. I'm a big fan of it. And I can definitely envision having some land out here and a farm and, just really like it a lot. Yeah. Every chicken. And you can get, the other thing about this, Jim, too, is there's a lot of new technology around solar generators. You can get some solar panels, you can get some solar generators. I'm trying to remember what I was looking at. Let's see if I can, is that even flow? There's a new, is it Evo? I can't remember. Solar generators. I mean, these solar generators that are out there are just phenomenal. Yeah, Echo Flow. Yeah, here, you know what? Let's add this to stage. I mean, these solar generators are just incredible, and you just create your own power, just from the sun. A lot of changing on that. I'm really excited too. I think there's this 3-1 that's out right now. Yeah, the river flow, and they're not that expensive. They're less than 1,000 or right around. I guess with the solar panels, you're talking maybe around just over between 1,000 and 2,000 US. Yeah, and you could run, pretty much everything. The air conditioning might be a little bit of a hard thing to run, but whatever. You can definitely charge your. So if you do that, and you have your satellite internet through Starlink, you can run your satellite internet. You can power laptops and accessories and stuff like that. You could run a fan. You could really be self-sufficient in a lot of ways. So I'm with you, man, on buying a farm and just really going off grid as possible. So that's kind of some of the stuff that I've been watching lately on YouTube, is like homesteading and collecting water and chickens and solar stuff. So yeah, man, I'm excited about that. I can definitely see myself going that direction over the next couple of years. Every chicken gives out around 26 eggs per month, which have to wipe their butts as chicks even get intensive. Could be a labor of love. Yeah, I'm just kind of starting that inquiry or that research on taking care of chickens. And so far, man, so there's a couple of avenues that people take care. They either open a piggery or they open up chicken farm or whatever. There's a couple other farms that they could do. But the piggery looks like an absolute freaking nightmare. A lot of work, a lot of smell. While the chickens, on the other hand, look really relatively simple and easy once you kind of get it set up. But yeah, I'm really kind of starting that inquiry and look. But I'm excited about having some chickens, man. Good idea to cut down eating pork, since pork is a meat with the highest amount of anachronic acid, which triggers inflammation. Okay, good. It won't hurt you instantly, but after years it shows. Yeah, good to know. I've always been a chicken guy. But yeah, there's a lot of reasons I feel to kind of cut back on pork and eat more chicken and fish. Chicken gets what's called pasty butt. Okay. Yeah, I did not know about that. Yeah, I'll have to do more research on how to keep my chickens. Yes, watching from Cherry Garden, Jamaica, man. Yeah, nice, Patrick. Yeah, nice. Hope all is well in there in Jamaica, man. Yeah, don't want to wipe no butts. Piggery can really stink. Yes. Yeah, I don't want to wipe any chicken butts either. Yeah, and I'm with you. Yeah, I don't know if I do a piggery. Yeah. Oops, I click off. Yeah. Jeff, so talk about laundry. Are you just hand washing or line drying? No, Jeff, so Mary Rose she'll wash some of her stuff, but we actually just use a local wash stuff here. It's super cheap, man. I think the last load that we dropped off was under $2, and it's whatever, it's several days, whatever, 3 or 4 days worth of clothes for both of us. So it's pretty cheap. I'd say less than $5 a week for us to drop off our laundry. So, which that's new for me because every apartment that I've had since I've lived here has had a washer, which I really like. I like having a washer. But here out we don't have a washer here, so we just drop it off. But like I said, it's maybe $5 a week. But she'll still hand wash some stuff, and it's a quick. Well, there's been no water here, so that there's been one of the water mains broke. So thankfully in our place that we have well water though that we can use to shower, and drinking water we're always getting anyway. So, but yeah, so we use well water to shower and everything. But yeah, for washing clothes, we use just a laundry service nearby. Yes. So what is that you're saying? Salamat kayo. That means thank you very much. So salamat is thank you, and kayo is like very. And kayo is a word that you'll use like on a lot of words. So like hungry is gutom, gutom kayo, which is very hungry. What's up, babe? Oh, she's just wandering around. Or like full, which is busog kayo. But yeah, so kayo is a word that you'll vary. So you'll hear kayo a lot, and salamat's thank you. So yeah, thank you very much. Yes. Thank you very much. Yes. Make people smile. Yeah, it does. I'm telling you, it is importante kayo. It's very important to. She's over there, Dad. It is important to speak some words. It really is, man. You want to say a couple things. Yep. Yeah, make people laugh when you say, "Unsa mang ang imo gisulod?" Huh? I can't hear you. Okay. Free translation. What's that mean?
What are you saying? I don't understand. I don't know.
Okay. All right. There ain't no snakes on the planet, but there's snakes in the gardens. Just your garden variety vipers. Wow. Oh, there's no snakes on planes. But there are snakes in gardens. All right. Yeah, there's some snakes out here, right? I think there's one snake in particular it's pretty dangerous, right? The best wipes are the small washcloths, the size about 3 credit cards. Warm them up with warm sink and wipe. Could ruin toilet paper for me. Yeah, I evolved. No, so when my son was born, I migrated from toilet paper to wipes. But that was the early 90s. So, but yeah, even this is a little different experience where you get a bucket and you wash. I mean, think about it. And this is the dialogue that the comedian goes into. He's like, let's say you're out walking your dog and your dog takes a crap, and you do the good responsible thing, which is you pick up the dog crap you got your little glove thing on, or, the Ziploc bag or whatever. But there's a hole in it, and you go to pick up the poop, and you pick up the poop, and you realize that there's a hole in it. You got poop on your hand. Are you going to go back to the house and take a piece of paper and smear that poop all over your finger? No, you're not. You're going to wash your hands, right? Same thing, Why would you take paper and smear it all over your butt? You're going to wash your butt. So, yeah, I'm not doing the monologue justice, but you get the point. And it's exactly the same thing. And I'm telling you, once you switch over to actually washing, you realize kind of how gross it is smearing crap all over your ass. So when you meet Carefree Chris, make sure to shake his right hand. Oh, that's so funny. Well, in certain cultures, that is kind of there, right? Was it in India? They don't shake, or if they do, they shake with their left hand or whatever, because that's, you're absolutely right, Jeff. That's funny. Jay Sully, farm a lot as a foreigner. You cannot buy even a residential lot, let alone a farm lot. You have to buy it in the name of Philippine half. Yeah. So what you do is you just, you have someone buy it, someone you trust, and then you just lease it from them for 50 years with a renewable lease. So, at that point, it doesn't really matter who owns it. You have it for the rest of your life, right? So there's ways around it, but you definitely want to hire legal representation to handle all of that. There's a lot that goes into that, but it's doable. It's doable. Yeah, are the Jackery brand solo generators available in the Philippines? I don't know if they are or not, Jim, but I do know that the Jackery one, there's better brands out there. This EcoFlow one that I just brought up is supposedly one of the better generators that are out there. Yeah, there's a couple of them, but the Jackery, from my understanding, is one that is kind of budget and not. It's kind of like a Walmart-ish. I could be wrong. But there are better, more effective brands that are out there. EcoFlow was being one of them. I actually just saw DJI also too is offering, and I don't know how they rank, but DJI also offered one as well. Yeah, EcoFlow. Yeah, right. Pull that one up on the site. Yep. Yeah, I'm married to a Filipina. Yeah, that's right. Philippines is so great. I have a foreigner boyfriend. My life is going to change. Foreigner buys land and raises chickens. Yeah, true. But no, I'm just gonna say, yeah, Mary Rose is happy with that. But here's the thing that I think most people just don't understand too. They just want a guy that's gonna, take care of their heart, and I don't think any of these girls, well, maybe not any. I think some of them may fantasize about dating a foreigner and then moving to the United States, but I bet they get over there and then within a short period of time, they're like, wow, I want to go back. So they miss their rice, they miss their family, they miss all that stuff. So, but yeah, no, that is kind of funny though. But yeah, I think Mary Rose would be absolutely happy to have a farm here, in the Philippines, right in her own backyard. And yeah, Shane would love to have a farm. Have you considered rabbits? They're much cleaner than chickens. Interesting. Yeah. No, I have not, James. I'll have to check that out, man. Rabbits? Yeah, we could do some rabbits out here. Pretty good. Rabbits pretty good too. I remember as a kid, we used to have rabbit stew and barbecue rabbit shredded. Yeah, I could do some rabbits. Yeah. No, that's not a bad idea. Yeah. I don't know if I've seen rabbits around here. Those kind of animals aren't really common, around. They're probably because they get eaten, right? But yeah, uric acid is very high in chicken. Also, it's low in red meat and fish. I'm excited about. I eat a lot more fish than I have in a long time, especially coming from Colorado. It's also, of course, in eggs. Once you get off most of the fats from animals, your pain goes away. Yep, inflammation. I've heard that before. Yep. Yeah, I only eat native chicken. 45-day-old chicken is full of growth hormones. Yeah. I'm excited about eating more. As a kid, I lived on a farm as a kid in South Dakota, and raised on fresh eggs, chicken and lamb, and that kind of stuff. So I'm with you. I'm excited about kind of, and just also too, just kind of keeping myself busy with stuff. I always don't want to do YouTube and that kind of deal, but I do want to keep busy, and so I could see doing a farm and that kind of deal would be fun. Especially fresh fruits and vegetables, having a garden, fruit trees and mangoes, and some of that stuff takes 4 or 5 years. So it is something I kind of want to start moving on now, and getting things planted and things like that. So more to come on that, hopefully. Yeah, I like durian. I like to eat. I eat it like a pig. It really tastes like a dessert, especially when refrigerated, but it's healthy. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people are surprised by the taste of durian, and there in Mindanao, it's better. It's kind of like Florida oranges in Colorado, right? They're just not as good as they are in Florida. And the durian in Mindanao is supposed to be is that much better. I'd try it. Yep. I've heard the same. Yeah, real good. King cobras. Yeah, that's what it was. Yep. I'm not. So I used to keep snakes. I used to keep reptiles in the United States. I had a couple of snakes. So whatever. And cobras are not that level, right? I didn't have any venomous stuff, but I don't mind. I don't mind reptiles. They call that Thai style water hose a bungan. Yeah, it's a bungan. Most people realize the West needs bungans. It's true, man. I'm telling you. Once you try those, it's a different experience. Yes, fist bumps only. Yes, exactly. I've actually switched since the pandemic. I switched to a fist bump. Yep. It's one of those awkward things though, right? Where you're like, you shake it. You know, I don't know. I think we're still figuring that out. But yeah, I do a lot more fist bumps. The toilet paper talk is hilarious. Wash it with water and soap. Jeez, yeah, I know, right? Well, listen. Clearly, you are Filipino or whatever, but you have to realize for Westerners, the toilet paper it's legit and everywhere. It's what everyone does. So it is one of the things that I've learned about being over here that we have wrong as Westerners. So I'm with you. Yeah, the food supply is so odd, weird, poisonous. Yeah, I agree, isn't it? The food supply in the West is GMO plus estrogen. Yep. Yeah, I'm excited about creating having a little farm and eating right from the farm. I really am. I think that'll be like I said, something for me to do too, and excited to kind of get on that. On Negros, there is a rabbit farm. Okay, run by a Canadian. Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, rabbit pot pie. Yeah, that sounds delicious. Yeah, I'd be down. I'd be down. Would you guys watch Carefree Chris the Farmer? Yeah, Carefree Chris the Farmer. Is that content we would watch? Yeah, why not, right? You could probably have a bunch of 10 football players trees a year. They grow fast. Oh, 10-foot tall papayas. Yeah. Papaya? Yeah. Yeah. Mango, I guess, takes quite a while, and that could be rough. Jackfruit, I definitely want to do. Although the little green, what are those little green things called? They look like limes. Yeah. Anyways, those lots of fruits and vegetables. Calemencia or calamansi? Yeah. Probably grow some of those. Yeah. Yeah. Rabbit pot pie. I mean, gayo. A bidet is the way to go. I'll never go back. So true, right, Jim? Seriously. Every Westerners, we got it wrong, man. Got to install a bidet. That's one of the things, one of my favorite things about being out here is the bidet and learning that. I'm with you, man. I'm with you. Yeah, maybe I just wet my toilet paper first. I'm slow to change, Jeff. I'm telling you, brother, you don't know what you're missing. You don't know. Yeah, I have a bum gun for the misses, but I still carry around a small roll of TP. It's what I like to carry are wipes because they're multi. You can use them to wash your hands, you can wipe off your face, right, and also clean your backside. But I actually carry around wipes with me in my bag. So really important because especially at restaurants and stuff, you'll get these little tissues. I mean, I'm telling you, they're a freaking size like that, like a gum wrapper. And you get, just little freaking tiny little thing, and having a wipe to actually clean your hands and stuff. And that's the other part, especially when you're out eating barbecue. I mean, you have freaking food all over the place because we're not skilled with eating with our hands like they are here. So, but yeah, carrying wipes is definitely a pro tip. Carefree farming. Let's do it, man. I'm down. I'll need some cities like that's the one thing I kind of like about this region too is I would have access to Ormoc. I'm not really, access to a bigger city. I definitely want. Going to a movie every now and then is cool, that kind of deal. But yeah, having some land as we were hiking around our friends' land. I'd love that, and I just thought about having a little farm and being out there. It'd be great, but having access to modern amenities too is something I definitely like and want. Am I still organizing meetups in Cebu City? Yes, when I'm in town. We'll definitely do some stuff. I'm traveling a lot in between Leyte and Cebu, and I'm going to be traveling a lot into Negros and into Mindanao. So there might not be anything really soon, but when I'm in Cebu, definitely we can do some meetups. And I like that. I really do. I don't shy away from those at all. I kind of think I'm probably the most accessible vlogger that's out there. I don't know anyone who's doing this type of stuff where I do regular meetups. If anything, people you can never see some of these vloggers, right? So, which whatever, teach their own. I'm not saying, but I do them. But as I'm traveling around more and more, they're not as frequent as I would be in Cebu. But I mean, with that said, if you're out in Palampan Leyte or wherever I'm at, I'm more than willing and happy to meet up with folks and chat. Man, I do really love that kind of stuff. I do love, as much as I like my space and that kind of deal, I love meeting and chatting with people and that kind of deal. So I'm all about that. Yes, Rumatons for life. I do like those. Those are super delicious too. The little red guys. That's something I'd never tried in the West, but super delicious here. I love them. Yeah, really delicious. We ate a bunch of those. We were out on a farm or one of our friends' farms and picked a bunch of those. Plus those little kind of yellow grape-looking deals. Those are super delicious too. Toilet paper was empty on the shelves last week when they had Eastern Port shut down for 3 days. Yeah, man. Go get your bidet installed, man. I'm telling you. You will thank me. You will thank me. Go get one installed. You don't need toilet paper. I don't buy toilet paper. I just have the bidet and squirt. And here, I just use the bucket and tabo and shower. So I haven't used toilet paper in, years now. So really, it's the way to go. And then you don't have to, the other thing about toilet paper is a lot of the toilets aren't plumbed to handle that. So you have to wad it up and throw it in the trash. And, that's kind of whatever too, right? It's kind of a pain. We have to bag the papayas here in Florida because the fruit flies. Yeah. Heard in the Philippines, they bag the mangoes there. They are bagging. There's some fruit. I saw them bag the jackfruit. Yeah, I see some stuff in the mango trees too, where they're doing that also. Yeah. I mean, here in right here in Palampan, they have those freaking ginormous fruit bats, man. Freaking massive. So, yeah. So I do know they do some of that here too. Be funny to see you counting your eggs. I know, right? I'm telling you guys, down the road, there will be, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a farm. Maybe not even that far down the road, man. I'm excited. It'd be great to get the plot of land and then start planting trees and stuff now. Because it's like 4 to 5 years to fruit on some of this stuff, like mangoes and that kind of deal. Wouldn't that be cool to walk out and get fresh mangoes and fresh jackfruit and, fresh all that crap, right? I'm down, man. I am down. Yeah, like Brett's tripping. Taint tendonitis of bone count. Brent's tripping. Why is that familiar to me? Huh. Yeah. Taint tendonizer. Yeah, I'm with dude. The bum gum is the way to go. I have to be careful, man. The one in my condo in Cebu, that thing is like a freaking sandblaster, man. You get that thing turned up super high, man. That water's coming up out of your ears. So you gotta be careful. Test it. The pro tip: test it before you use it. You just can't dookie on your crops carefree style, and then your biomin organic deposits. You can use outdoor bamboo bidet. Yes, outdoor bamboo bidet. All right, I could look at that. Fed by rainwater. Okay, all right, that's good. That sounds great. Where's your next destination, Chris? Well, Mariah, I am back in or Marianne. Yeah, I'm here in Palampan Leyte now, and so I'll go back to Cebu probably in the next couple of days, and then I'll be off to Bacolod. And then from Bacolod, I'm actually going to probably take 3 or 4 days, if not longer, to get down to Dumaguete. I'm going to shoot. You know what? Let's pull up the map. Add the stage. I'm going to take, so Bacolod, I'm going to shoot down this whole coast here and take a couple days. Like this is like a 2-hour ride. So I'll probably, spend the night down here. Can't remember the name of that city, but they're a little city right here. Yeah. Spend a couple nights here. And then I'm going to ride all the way down this coast here, spend a couple days or spend a night or so around here, I think it was. So yeah, spend 3 or 4 days kind of traveling from Bacolod to Dumaguete, and then spend a couple nights in Dumaguete. I'd love to hook up with Paul and Mike and Janet if they're around, and whoever's there and around. But I don't want to spend a ton of time in Dumaguete, but spend a day or two in Dumaguete, and then over to Dipolog. So, and then do that whole route. So I don't know how long that'll take to do. It could take a week. It could take a month. I would suspect, though, I'll be back. I need to be back in Cebu by December to kind of wrap some stuff up there, as well as kind of set up my next accommodations in Cebu City. So, but yeah, Bacolod and that area, once I get back to Cebu, would kind of be the next stop. Yes, Lungun is also good. Green Acres in Leyte. There you go, man. That sounds great. Good to see you. I'm gradually getting things taken care of here before Christmas. Okay. You know what, guys? I need a quick bathroom break. Be right back. Sorry, guys. All that coffee. Let me go to the bathroom quick. What time are you off to class? Here in a little bit? Huh?
10:30.
10:30? Okay. Yes. Yeah, all that coffee and stuff. I had to sit in here for a couple hours. All right. Hey, Chris, good to see you. I'm gradually getting things taken care of. Be there for Christmas. Yeah, Greg, we should be back in, for sure. The plan is right now is to be back in Cebu in December, especially around Christmas. Christmas time in Cebu is actually really nice. It's a good time. They have a great holiday spirit, really a genuine holiday spirit too. It's not so commercialized like in the West. So yeah, we'll be back in Cebu, I think, and for December to do some stuff there. And like I said too, to really kind of secure our next living places there in Cebu. The plan is now is to keep residents in Cebu at some level, probably just probably try to find somewhere between 10 and 15,000 a month studio somewhere, maybe in Mandawi or something like that in Cebu, just to kind of keep place there. But then, travel around a lot through next year. Do you like coconut juice? I've tried it here in North Carolina. It was nasty. Jim, the coconut juice here is amazing. I'm actually not a fan of coconut when I lived in the United States. It is a different animal out here. It is delicious. Yeah, so you can get coconut right from the tree. They'll cut it up, they'll chop off the top, and you can drink the coconut juice. Really good for you, right? Full of electrolytes, and I love it. I love it. And then you can open up the coconut, you can eat the coconut outside there, and it tastes nothing. To me, it tastes nothing like coconut. Like, it is really, really good. I love it. It doesn't have, it's weird. It's almost tasteless to me. There is a taste to it, but nothing like coconut in the West. Really different. Yes, try Cebu Bacolod via Toledo, San Carlos Bacolod route. It will be epic. Bacolod is underrated. Is not often talked. Discover it for yourself October during the Mascara Festival. So excited. I'm so excited to go to Bacolod and Mascara Festival. And you have no idea. I can't wait. Try Exactly. That's the route I'm going to take. I'm going to go over to Toledo, take the ferry over to San Carlos, and then ride over that way. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, and I'm going to slow roll it too. I'm going to try to shoot it with a drone and get a bunch of shots up. So, yeah, I like Bacolod. I'm excited to look at it. And here's the thing I like about, let's pull up the map. Here's the thing I like about this region too, is we're talking about storms and weather and stuff like that, is you don't really have a lot of the weather. You know, you've got these low pressure systems, and sorry about all the blue dots. Oh, let's maybe pull up windy. You've got all these low pressure systems that kind of roll in through here, right? And most of them, what they'll do is they'll smash in and ride north. Well, out here in Negros, you're going to miss a lot of that. You know, you're not immune to it by no means, but by the time even a big storm that rips through here, by the time it hits Negros, you know, you're talking just mainly a lot of rainfall and yeah, some wind and stuff like that. But, you know, Bacolod is really sheltered a lot from, I think, that bad weather. Now they do have that freaking volcano though, that's right sitting up there that we saw in the map, right? So there is a little bit of that you have to watch for. Yeah, right here, this warning. So they're a very active volcano. You know, that's there. So we do want to be mindful of that. But yeah, I'm with you. I can't wait to check out Bacolod. Another kind of thing that I don't like about Bacolod is the fact that they speak Ilongo out there. I wish it was Bisaya. But that's the only other thing. It's not a deal breaker, but I have spent so much energy and time in learning Bisaya that, you know, I don't. Anyways, but I'm with you. I cannot wait to see the Mascara Festival, to ride around that area. Really super, super excited. Chris, counting eggs, washing pigs and chickens. Let's go. Let's do it, man. I'm down, man. I'm down. You know, me trying to catch a chicken, I think will be even funnier too. So I don't know. Yes, thanks for the bum gun pro tip. I'm telling you, man. I am telling you, you will thank me. Yes, thanks for the live jam. Very fun one tonight. Appreciate it. Yeah, good night, Jim. If you're heading out, thanks for being here, brother. Yeah, no Mindanao anytime soon. Yeah, I'll be in Mindanao. I would suspect I'll be in Mindanao. Let's see here. I'll be in at least the Polug. I would suspect. Let's take a look at the calendar. Right, 1 second. I'm on my iPad. I suspect I'll be in Mindanao probably early November, in at least the Polug, right? And then spending how much ever time it takes me, you know, slow roll it, you know, probably ride for 2 hours and then crash somewhere, ride for 2 hours, and then kind of do that same thing over and over, you know. So probably early November, I'll be in northern Mindanao. And then from there, it's hard to say. Like I said, I don't know how long that'll take. But yeah, I'll be there real soon. Yeah, after petting the chicken, continue petting the chicks. Yeah. Right? Yeah, I get some little chicks are cute, right? I get some of those. I'm looking forward to it, guys. I really am. Yeah, I think Janet is fine. Who's Janet? What I miss, man? What I miss? Oh yeah, Mike and Janet. Yeah, I say hey to Janet down there, and Mike and those guys. We used to hang out a lot. You know, granted, we had a little bit of fallout earlier this year, but whatever, man. You know, whatever. But yeah, I'd like to meet up with the folks down there in Dumaguete. You know, right?
Yeah.
You're off. Good luck with your exam today. Yes. Have fun. Enjoy. We'll see you in a little bit. Amping. Ayawayo. Yes. Nothing like a naked Filipino wandering around your house. Amping, babe. Take care. Yeah. Great girl. Oh, so sweet. Yeah. I looked at land. If I had 20-ish foot jackfruit trees on it, days later, I looked up in Google Maps. It shows that trees were 5 feet tall. I'm guessing once picks 4 or 5 years old. I don't know how big they get. I do want to. I'm a big fan of jackfruit. I think I've seen a jackfruit tree. They didn't seem that big. Mango trees are freaking ginormous. They're big, big trees. So yeah, but some of these other trees, the fruit bearing trees that I also like, they're pretty small. Some of them are tall, but yeah, I want to get those planted. Yes, coconut. Yes, I'm with you, Jim. I'm with you. Big fan of coconut juice, bogo juice. Big fan. I love it. Delicious. I had 9 coconuts in one day in Thailand. Yep. I'm love it. It's really good. I don't know if you guys can hear that saw in the background. If you can, sorry about that. They're building another unit right next to me here. So are Airbnb prices higher in November and December in IT Park and the Business Park, Jim? I think so. There is a peak tourist season coming up in November, December. So I would suspect prices would go up, but I don't think by much. It's still going to be pretty affordable. The time though to watch out for is in January with Sinulog and Cebu. I think it's the third Sunday, and really that whole week around that. Dude, I'm telling you, you probably want to avoid that. It's not a time of the sea. There's 2 times probably not a good idea to travel to the Philippines during, or at least Cebu. Would be Sinulog, which is the third Sunday in January, unless you want that. But the town doubles in size. It's a mess. And then stuff closes. So unless you're really into the Sinulog and want to experience that, I would avoid Sinulog in that time, which is the third Sunday in January, and that whole week. The other time is actually Easter in that week, because just stuff is same kind of stuff. It's shut down. Yeah, things are shut down. So I would avoid Easter week, unless even if you go out to the beaches. I went to Boracay during Easter week. It was a madhouse. So just kind of a tip around that. I would avoid those times. But December, November, I think you'll be fine, Jim. Maybe a little bit more, because that is when people are coming from the West. They want to escape, right, their winter stuff and come out here. So yeah, could be. I have an earthquake alert app and it's set for the Philippines. Davao is a small quake all the time. Yeah, a lot of quakes. There was an earthquake. When I was on my way to Leyte here. Somebody pinged me about they felt it in Cebu. There was a recent earthquake like a week or so ago out here. 4, maybe not quite 5 on the Richter scale. Very ring of fire, right? They're here. Yeah. Chinese New Year festival in Iloilo looks like a good visit also. Ooh. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. When is that, Jim? Yeah, Chinese festival in Iloilo. Let's look that up. Appreciate that idea. I love getting ideas from you guys on things that I should go see and shoot. So definitely let me know. Let's see. I would imagine that's around the Chinese New Year. Yeah, Chinese New Year, January. Yeah, Chinese New Year, Philippines. Okay, January 22nd. All right. I did go to a little bit in Cebu City. There was some stuff that I went last year. Yeah. Negros speak Visaya in the south, Ilonggo to the north, if I recall it right. You're absolutely right. Yeah, they speak, and it's because of yeah. So a lot of Bacolod, I guess. So Iloilo, a lot of the wealthy plantationers came over to Bacolod, so that's why they speak Ilonggo. So you're right, they speak Ilonggo there, but pretty much south they speak Bisaya. So you're absolutely right on that, from what I understand as well. Yeah. In Kalalon, they speak Bisaya Bashur. At least that's when I was there in 2016. Okay. And I would assume that's just a city south of I'm just looking on the map. South of Bacolod. I don't see it on the map. Yeah, no worries. Yeah. Bedtime in North Carolina. Yeah, it's getting a little bit late. First time I visited my Filipino, her brother grabbed a machete and climbed a tree and got me a coconut. I know, right, James? Really cool. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I know it. It's so different. It doesn't even taste like coconut to me. Yeah, really delicious. I could eat them all day. Love it. And the juice, so refreshing. The coconut water, so refreshing. Yeah, it's just really, yeah. I'm a big fan. I'm with you, man. Jackfruit trees get enormous, do they? All right. I love jackfruit though. That is delicious too. A lot of shade when they get bigger. Okay. Yeah, let's look that up a little bit. Jackfruit. I know the fruit's really, really good. Yeah, I want to get that stuff planted. Yeah, it's the largest. So yeah, check this out. You know what? I should see if I should let's see if I can pull this up. I thought this was interesting. Yeah. Had to stage. Yes. Jackfruit is a species of a tree in the fig. Interesting. I did not, yeah. Mulberry and breadfruit family. Jackfruit is the largest tree fruit. Yeah, that freaking the fruit on that is ginormous. Yeah, 55 kilo, 90 centimeters in length and 50 centimeters in diameter. Mature jackfruit tree produces some 200 fruits per year, with the oldest trees bearing up to 500 fruits. Wow, that's pretty spectacular. It's delicious though. I'm a fan of that. It's really, really, it's kind of unique taste. Yeah. Yeah, pretty cool. Big fan of the fruits here. Yep. I lived under one, probably bigger than 10 feet. Yeah, bigger by 10 feet than the mango trees I've seen. The mango trees are big too. Yeah, I was shocked by that. And you're right, they bag them and tag them. The mangoes I've seen. Yeah. 70 feet tall. Okay. Yeah. 100-year lifespan. Wow. Yeah, I want to, yeah, nice. Yeah, that cameraman went shot way over there too. I have it on tracking, so I'm glad I didn't look over. She was right next to me. She's so tiny, dude. She must weigh, I don't even know, less than 100 pounds for sure. Sweet girl. Oh my gosh, she's so sweet. Just as sweet. I mean, kind of guys, right? When we think about dating here in the Philippines, the kind of girl that we like to meet. I mean, she's just that. She's a sweet, adorable, really super sensitive, Filipina. Just really fun, but also smart, intelligent, hardworking. Yeah, she's a great girl. She's a great girl. That's why we've been dating for almost 6 months, right? I'd love to fly over, but I need a peaceful setting from the dogs and chickens. Is it possible? Yeah, Tommy. Yeah, I think you can get around that. And look, earplugs are a thing. Like you're gonna want to get earplugs, just not even for the dogs and chickens, but for the random karaoke's, for even the boat stuff. Like when we were traveling on the little small, I can't even remember what they call them now, but the real small boats when you go from like the small island hopping kind of stuff, super loud. So earplugs are key. But yes, if you could, if you're looking to like live out here, you could get remote and get away from that. But as a tourist or like even as a guy who's just kind of getting out here, it's loud, man. It is loud. It's loud. Even when we were in the mall in Ormoc, over at SM, we're out in the parking lot and we're walking up and they got freaking blaring on the loudspeaker, freaking music out in the parking lot. I'm like, wow. I said, this is one of the big cultural differences from the United States to here. If this was in the United States, someone would freaking pull out a shotgun and shoot that damn speaker. It's loud here. It is loud. And it doesn't affect them. It's really wild, right? Mary Rose knows I'm a little bit noise sensitive, as I think a lot of Westerners are. It's something, Tommy, you would adjust to. But earplugs and some good like iPhone noise canceling headphones are some strategies around that, right? And that it's kind of one of the ways of being that you really want to take on coming out here. You really want to learn to how can you adapt or deploy strategies that make you successful, and that is a way of thinking you want to kind of take on, because the Philippines is not going to change, but you could deploy strategies that kind of make some of these ways of being out here that are challenging for us, and noise pollution is one of them that you will struggle with. I struggle with. But yeah, just kind of headphones, earplugs for in loud environments, as well as kind of removing myself from situations that are just kind of super loud. But you're right, Tommy. It's something. Oh, the city is right beside the volcano. Okay, not too far from Bacolod. All right. Yeah. Um, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm sure I'll be going through there. Yeah. Not too far from Bacolod. Okay. The jackfruit trees drop a lot of leaves, though. My wife's family had a neighbor who had one. Okay, in Talisai City, Talisai Cebu. Good to know, Jim. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they grow fast. Nice. Okay, I like that. Drop earplugs are a thing. Yep. Yeah, great idea. Yep. Yeah, you gotta have your earplugs, man. And as a motorcyclist, I actually had custom ones made. So I have, and I could sleep in them. I could put earplugs in, and I could sleep in them. So earplugs are big on the toolkit. Wipes, earplugs, moisture wicking clothing, big, big, big. Right. Having the right gear is gonna make or break you here in the country. For sure, for sure. All right. Yep. Yep. Good earplugs. Probably not a good idea for the best man to see her naked. Just saying, right? She's actually a little more. She wears a swimsuit. She wears a bikini. She's a little more out there. She's a little more courageous, which is one of the things I dig about her. She wears G-string bikini. So that's not very common. Yeah, yeah. If you want silence and tranquility here, go to the cemetery. But even then, brother, it can be loud out there too. Yeah. I think you could find it. You just got to get out a little bit. You do have to get out a little bit. But it is one of those things too, as I'm exploring out, that it is a difference. Like, so in Colorado, there's this vastness, there's this wilderness, there's this, I mean, you can get lost for days, and people do, right? Here, not so much, because there's people everywhere. Even when I was riding around Central Cebu and Ominya Peak, I was always surprised that there's just people everywhere. It's hard to really escape unless probably you're on the water. It's when you're on the land, it's really hard to be in that vastness like in Colorado. Like, you could hike for days in Colorado and not run into another person. Yeah, that ain't the case here. You're pretty much it's hard to kind of get away unless maybe you're like on the water. So I mean, which is also a benefit is, if you do get lost or whatever, you just freaking, walk for 45 minutes and you're going to hit water. So, never had a problem with noise at night in Cebu with the aircon running. That's another thing. Yeah. Get your fans, get your white noise, or an app on your phone. But I do know in Selena, when I was there for a year, I'd have guys, telling me, hey, man, did you hear that freaking band playing it? Because you'll have the drums and you'll have these neighborhood parades and whatever. You have guys hammering drums at 3 a.m. So noise is the deal here. But yeah, you kind of get used to it. And honestly, too, I don't have the best of hearing. So some of that stuff I just don't hear. Yeah. Earplugs are a great idea. Yep. High volume nation. Yeah. I'll be honest, man, on the boats, on the ferries that are going back and forth, they are so loud. I get a headache after a while just being on the boat. Bolted questions. Does an adapter handle an issue with American electronics? Dylan, I have not needed one. All my electronics work just fine, just being plugged in. I would say this. There are 3-prong outlets, but the majority of them are 2. So I would bring 2-prong or bring an adapter. But all my electronics work fine. I think I had a problem with a couple of items that weren't the right voltage. That was like my Ninja. I had like a Ninja food processor that I shipped over. That didn't work. And an air filter that I bought on Amazon, that did not work. But all my chargers, all my stuff worked just fine. My laptop works fine. Yeah. No, nothing needed there. Yeah. Wear max earplugs in RV to park. Yep. To drown out early morning noise. Yep. You wear earplugs. Yep. Rice diet without oil. Lean, lean, lean. Similar to bodies in Asians. If you keep fat on your carbs, eating tons of carbs will never, ever get fat. Yep. It's the basis of Southeast Asia eating. They are thin, man. They are thin. Yeah, dog noise suck. Yeah, dogs are, yeah, leaf are all right, but a leaf blower and a dog died with karaoke. Yeah, there's some noise here. There is some noise. Yeah, earplugs in my ears would drive me nuts. Rather hear the drums at night. Yeah, I don't really, there's been a couple times. Yeah, I think I've slept with earplugs in one time. But other than that, I've never, I don't really need them either. Yeah, the earplugs though for me are like when I'm on the boat. That's been like, oh my gosh, I couldn't imagine not having earplugs on some of these small ferries. What major city areas with at least 100,000 people have better air quality than Manila? I think you've got a lot of that, Dylan, because a lot of cities have that. I mean, even the city I'm in right now, Palampan Leyte, is like 65,000. So, yeah, I think that your air quality issues are Cebu and Manila, but you can get out of those areas and have, lots of cities. I'm a big fan of Ormoc. Dumaguete would be another option, right? Ormoc, Dumaguete, Iloilo, Bacolod. I mean, countless numbers of cities, Dylan. CDO and Mindanao. You got Dipolog and yeah, lots of them. Tagbaran, big cities. The air quality issues are going to be more towards, like I said, Manila and Cebu. And even in Cebu, honestly, was better for me than Colorado. Denver's got a really weird kind of inversion where it sits kind of in lower elevation. You have this dirty air that just kind of gets trapped there with smoke and fires from California, or even in their own state, Colorado. Colorado had some really nasty air quality. So Cebu, in a lot of ways, is better than Colorado. So, but yeah, a lot of options there, brother. A lot of options, Dylan. Yeah, you're right with the cemetery. There are people living there. Yep, people living in the cemetery. So, yeah, there's noise pretty much everywhere. No need to step down transformation, not an adapter. The adapters are only for the plugs. The Philippines 220 volt, not 110 like the US. Yep, the Philippines is 220 volt. Yep. Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Jim. Appreciate that, brother. My place is close to 100,000 population. No problem with air quality. Yeah, you a lot of those options. Who's that was asking? Is that Dylan? Yeah. Yep. A lot of options there, Dylan. Ton. It's mainly just picking out, what's key and important to you. What are you looking for? At least I can knock those two major ones out. I don't have asthma, but I prefer not to, sit and crater or exhaust. I've talked about this a lot. Let's bring up the map again, since we're all caught up on comments. Add the stage. All right. So there's not a lot of people talking about this region of the Philippines. I love it. Love it. And one of the reasons, like bye-bye when I was here, this is a great little town right here. Just beautiful, right up in the mountains, right? Gorgeous, really beautiful area, and a really modern kind of barbecue. And they got a huge SM mall and grocery store, and I'm a huge fan. Let's take a look. I got that presenting. Yeah, let's look at bye-bye. What's the population there? Bye-bye. Leyte. Not now. Okay. Yeah, it says it's a population of 110,000 people, but I don't think that is a recent census. So good sized town. Yeah. Big fan. Just gorgeous. Gorgeous. And the thing I like about this whole region though is it's easy to get back to Cebu. So you can have access to a major airport, really good medical stuff if you needed. Yeah, that whole coast, honestly, of Leyte is phenomenal. I'm digging it a lot. You've got Ormoc is a bigger city. Where am I at here? Yeah, so you got Ormoc, a bigger city. I think that's right around 500,000, 400 something thousand. I thought when I looked that up. You got Ormoc, really big town, and then you've got, Bye Bye just to the south of there. Is that right here? Yeah, there's Bye Bye down there. Lots of good cities. You saw them in Pond now, which is really small. You got Isabel, another small town, but they have these ferries. They have the ports back to Cebu. Really dig it. Oh, of course, Camotes, right? But Camotes is super primitive, not there. But as you can tell, I've spent a lot of time on Camotes. So yeah, man, big fan of the region of the Philippines. And like I said, I think just the key that it's easy accessible back to Cebu, so you can have access to all that stuff that you might encounter, might need, medical, airports. Manila, let's take a look. Manila, I would suspect, has something similar. Yeah, you can get down. I know a lot of Batangas. You get down south. A lot of guys like that. I'm a fan of Letes because you can get 3 hours. You're removed. You're out of it. As far as the major foreigner hubs, Dumaguete is nice too, but it's hard to get back to Cebu. You're talking like 5-6 hours. You got to take a ferry. You got to take a bus. It's kind of a pain. Another good option that a lot of guys do is Bohol. Really good option. Similar stuff. You've got some nice, really cool areas of Panglao. You've got really great beach. You've got some touristy stuff if you want. So yeah, another really, really, really good option is Bohol. Quick access to Cebu, even more convenient than Leyte. So yeah, a lot of good options there, Dylan, that you can come check out. Yeah. Sometimes the diesel exhaust in Cebu is pretty bad. Yeah, it's like any major city in a lot of ways. People talk a lot about it, but to me, it's like any major city in the United States. It's like a Chicago. I think it's no better or worse. In some ways, the traffic, I think, is better. You could ride around that city on a Saturday, in particular on a Sunday, and it's dead. There's not a lot of major cities in the United States. Major cities in the United States, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day sometimes, traffic. Cebu, you can run around on Sunday, and I'll show you guys. I'll be doing some riding videos coming up in Cebu on a Sunday. There's no traffic, so it just depends. Yep. Is Iloilo trying to build a modern urban region akin to Cebu? Yeah, Tommy, I think Iloilo is another good option, right? The thing it's a little bit harder to get back to some of these major areas. Now you can fly. It's a quick flight. It's a 45-minute flight if you wanted to do air travel. But yeah, I think Iloilo is a great option. Modern city. For me and my motorcycle, I like it. It's hard for me to get to with my bike. It take me overnight to get there. So then I look at back and forth as I'm traveling with motorcycle. But if traveling by motorcycle isn't a big deal for you, then yeah, for sure. You can, there is an airport there. You can fly back to Cebu. Yeah, I could see being there. Cause the thing about being in Iloilo is you're going to need transportation. You're going to need transportation in a lot of these cities. If you're outside of Cebu and Manila, once you're in Cebu City, you don't really need transportation. Sorry. I thought I was showing the map there and I wasn't. But you don't really need transportation in Cebu, and in some ways, it's a hindrance. You got to pay for parking, you got to pay for all that stuff. You can get around with cabs and grabs very easily in Cebu City. Same with Manila. But once you get out of those areas, you're really going to want and need transportation. So you can be in an Iloilo and stay there and live there, and then fly back to Cebu if you needed to. Yeah, I'm liking the option of traveling with my motorcycle by ferry and getting around that way, and then having cities that are ferry accessible from Cebu. Not very, but ferry, right? I like that strategy as as I'm looking at places for me to live also. Iloilo looks nice, but I'm with Chris, just stay away from areas that speak Visayas. Yep. Yeah, because yeah, I'm with you. You should have gone to Manila in the '90s after the day, or you can come home and take a shower. The water on your turned black. Oh wow, yeah, yeah, with the volcano. Was that from volcano eruptions? I'm assuming. Definitely interested in riding perspective and hoping on ferries for transport in between. Dylan, check out Leyte, man. I'm telling you, especially this western coast of Leyte. I think it's phenomenal. I think it's just really great. And similar stuff like we're talking with the storms, you're going to get a little more rain, but the southern and western parts of Leyte are, bye bye Ormoc. You know, man, I'm telling you, I'm digging them. I'm digging them. I'm digging them. Bye bye looked amazing. I really loved it. It's got this really modern kind of port area right on the water. Big old metro, big grocery store that they just put up right in the mountains. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Southern enough where, like we were just talking with the storms and the weather, these guys in Luzon and the northern parts of the Philippines, they get so much more rain, you know? So, yeah, man. Yep, yep, yep. And still accessible with ferries and boats. And you have a couple of options. You can get a plane, right? They have an airport. You can fly back and forth if you wanted to, or you can hop on a fast craft and be back in Cebu in 3 hours. Maybe run, pick up a couple of things that you need, head back. $20, the ferry ride, $20, 1,000 pesos. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 185-mile hurricane winds now, seeing Cat 5. Man, if that thing sits in that Gulf of Mexico, it'll ramp up fast, fast. Hot body of water. Yeah, scary storm, man. Scary. No problem, Dylan. Yeah, no problem. My pleasure. Agree. 25 years, the air in Manila is not polluted anymore, but still. Yeah. Okay. Hurricane Helene had just missed the 50 or 64 miles, was heading straight to me. But yeah, last hour. Yeah, brother, be careful there, man. If you're in that Tampa area, yeah, I got to reach out to my boy. And I got nieces. I got a bunch of family down in the Tampa region. So yeah, I hope you're good there, brother. Not from volcano eruption, from diesel engine. Oh, wow. Eruption inside Manila. Okay. Yeah, scary. Where are you located? Yeah, where are you located at, Mike? My shoulders are bothering me a little bit. It's hard getting old. Does Ormoc have hotels and condos with modern amenities? Yeah, Tommy, it's all right. Here, let's pull up the map. I'll show you kind of where I stayed. You could stay, a couple of options I stayed at. Where was that? Right down by the port. Yeah, this IA Lodge, it was all right, man. I mean, whatever. It's okay. Is it a 5-star resort? No. As you can tell there, it's probably 3.8. Super cheap though, guys. 1,400 pesos. It's, whatever, 25, $30 or so. Really, really cheap. That's okay. Is there any kind of, there's some resorts. Somebody was telling me down just outside of town. Was it this one? Where was that at? Yeah, might have been right around here. Yeah, there were some nice resorts. I was actually looking to stay at one recently down there, but yeah, it's okay. It's hard to find super modern stuff there. I actually stayed at the Red Doors, which that is kind of a little bit of a hole in the wall, but they did have really solid internet. Yeah, it's 1,000 pesos a night. It was okay. Tiny room, um, you know. But the thing I like about Ormoc is you've got a couple of malls. If you needed to get stuff, you could get stuff easily. Gosh, I really like Bye Bye. That was beautiful out there, right nestled in the mountains. But yeah, you could, modern amenities in the sense that, I mean, you have Western style toilets and showers and hot water and stuff like that. But, a lot of these places, guys, too, you don't really have like really nice 5-star resorts. No one's going to rent them. Nobody will, unless you're like Bohol and out in the Panglao, right? You can get them out there, but some of these other areas, like outside the resort, like towns like Boracay and Palawan and Chiao, stuff like that, you're finding like really luxurious 5-star resorts is hard, just because there's nobody's gonna go to them. It's not like most locals would go to that, right? So more of the budget options are what you're going to find in most of the Philippines, especially outside of the resort areas. 190, 191 is a record, I do believe. Like, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's gonna be a nasty storm. Nasty storm. Hard to imagine that all those jeepneys were able to darken the air so much in an intense manner, but they did. Today, jeepneys are not as common, but they were back then. Yeah, they moved towards that really small white bus. I've seen a lot of those. I heard something about the jeepneys going away too. They need to evaluate. Oh, evacuate. They need to evacuate. Yeah. Is that what you're saying? Port St. Lucie. Oh, Port St. Joe. 30 minutes east of. Oh, yeah. 30 minutes east of Panama City. Oh, so you're up north. Okay. Yeah. Okay. My boy is right in Tampa. And like I said, I've got one niece, maybe two nieces there in Tampa area too. Yeah. Still have some family there. Yeah. Yeah. They really need to evacuate. I'm telling you, man, that's going to be a big old storm. Well, all right, guys, at it 2.5 hours. I think I'm going to get some breakfast. I'm starving. So everyone stay safe. Yeah, Mike, everyone in the United States or in Florida too, stay safe. And we'll catch you guys in the next one. Really appreciate everyone watching and being here. And being, ayo, ayo.